street races just got straight up canceled because there was no logistical way to make it work.
Welcome, race fans, to the greatest show in motorsports, Dover International Speedway.
Oh, why did it be?
Right now, we've got a lot of championship action going on. Tim McDonald, Tony Pizarro, and Ryan Heuser are the only three that are in safe positions. We've got Craig Lee 9 points back from 10th, and Dave Miller 10 points ahead of 11th. Which makes no sense what I just said, but we'll fix that later. Ken Pettit, 240th or worse finishes in the last two events, has brought him 9th in points, only 33 points ahead of the cutoff. John Tharp, 77 points ahead of the cutoff in 8th. 7th is Zach Michael and Johnny Reed Foley, both 155 points ahead of the cutoff. Which means that if they stay out of trouble the next two races, they will be fine. With Daytona next week, that might be hard. Guys on the outside looking in include Craig Lee, Matt Raboyne 40 points back, Quantum Racing teammate Matthew Dominique 45 points back, Alex Crapser 84 points back, and Rick Jackson a horrifying 165 points back.
Is the video supposed to be upside down?
Is it upside down?
No, I'm asking, is it supposed to be?
No.
Okay, that's working just fine.
Here is the starting lineup for today's epic event at Dover. First, Ryan Heuser, Rocket Man, 3rd in points. Second, Ampio, Jimmy Stevens. Tim McDonald once said that Speedy's equipment is better than his driving ability. We shall see if that's true today. Third is Matt Raboyne, 12th in points, 40 points out of the cutoff. Third, Johnny Reed Foley. Number 18, 155 points ahead of the cutoff. Tony Pizarro, your points leader, starting 5th. John Batista, Max Life, 190 points ahead of the cutoff. Rick Jackson, 165 points behind the cutoff. Alan Nesvetter, 212 points behind the cutoff. Starting 9th, Tim McDonald, 2nd in points, winner last spring. Ken Pettit, currently 33 points ahead of the cutoff, needs a good finish today. Michael Henson, good qualifying effort. Randy Dobbins. Zach Miller, it's a good day for Shake and Bake Racing in Q. And Dale Rosendahl, one of his best starts of the season. Him and Tim McDonald had an epic battle at this track many years ago. John Tharp, currently 77 points ahead of the cutoff. And Rookie of the Year leader Mark Murphy, winner at Phoenix. Dave Miller, many years ago, was the king of Dover. Currently 9 points ahead of the cutoff. And David Baldinger, Rockies, attempting some oval racing. Jack Painter, 2nd in Rookie of the Year. Adam Crapser, last year's Rookie of the Year. Craig Lee comes in 9 points behind the cutoff. Needs a good, consistent finish today. Mike Carroll, 3rd in Rookie of the Year points. Zach Michael, former Busch Bonanza champion. And last but not least, his 2 wins in a row put him 155 points ahead of the cutoff in 7th. Christian Torres, former Rookie of the Year, Toyota. Donald Stewart, Ben Gear, both inside the top 20 in points. Jonathan Scrabix had a decent start to the season, has fallen apart as of late. Bush's best Butterworth, Brandon Rains, Bill Werkheiser, looking for his first win in a billion races. Scott Deutsch makes the show. Tony Long, fan favorite Dolphins, Mark Guthrie, Rob Scarberry, Glenn Kaufman, Matthew Dunn, Alex Krauser. They're going to have to make their way very fast.
Shit.
Aaron Cummings. Horrifying start by Scott Jackson. 190 points ahead of the cutoff, starting last. And Tex Perry starting second last. Drivers who have not made the field include Steven Spears, Kevin Corbett, Broderick Whitman, who made his first attempt in a ARCA car, Philip Parker, Stephen Lowe, Brian Lowe, Jackson Vatcher, among others. As the pace car scrapes down the apron, we are ready to go green at the most important race of the season, Dover Downs.
Now, Kevin, no Indy 500 spoilers. Tony forgot it was on.
How the hell?
Nobody said when it was on until it was.
Tony, I'm just going to point out, NBC literally ran promos for it repeatedly during the Cup race last week.
Oh, I didn't watch that. I watched the highlights.
Jesus! I just can't believe Tony Rennick came back from the dead to finish third. That was impressive.
Tony
I can't believe Roger Penske came out and took one of the guns to the 21 salute, put it to his own head, and killed himself.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
I was about to say you can't actually do that with one of those, but actually I think if you seal the barrel to your head even with a blank shell, it can still kill you. But
Yes. Within a foot, I think it actually is. Because a movie star got killed that way. I can't recall who.
I think within a foot they have the potential to be. I think if you seal the barrel to your head, it's almost exclusively going to kill you or severely fuck you up.
Yes.
So remember how last week I was mentioning how I guess COVID killed Racing Cow?
What about killing a racing cow?
Remember last week when I mentioned that it seemed like the whole COVID thing had killed the Racing Fail YouTube channel?
They're back?
They posted a video this week.
Hey! COVID didn't kill everything.
Kevin, did you say racing cow?
That's what I thought he said. I was like, what?
That would be an interesting thing to do.
I'm gonna go head down to the quarter-mile track, watch the cow races. I mean, Michigan State University's School of Agriculture actually did train a cow to go as fast as possible.
And
It holds a Guinness World Record.
as
The world's fastest cow.
and how fast was it?
Yeah, here, make me look this up.
I mean, don't come at us with interesting factoids and then not have the factoid. Like the one I discovered after I saw the double O car spin out in that Harry Gant throwback and looked up and discovered Harry Gant hasn't run a cup race in Twinhouse lifetime.
That's true.
In fact, as far as I can find on racing, there are 2 races that Harry Gant has won since Twinhouse was born, and one of them was that Bristol late model race where they had to kill somebody.
In 2000, Michigan State University's Dr. Nielsen set a new world record for the fastest mile ever recorded by a cow being ridden under saddle on a racetrack. After serious training, Taffy the cow completed a mile in 8 minutes and 55 seconds, 4/10 of a second to win the first ever udder race. The team of Brian and Taffy that went on to win a half-mile race conducted for the television show Ripley's Believe It or Not. After that race, both Brian and Taffy retired from the sport.
So, the 2 things I'm going to take out of that are, that record is super specific, and 3, that fucking cow went a mile faster than I got.
Me too.
Granted, I suspect the cow doesn't do that.
That's true. I also would suspect that cow is probably maybe more aerodynamic than a human.
I would doubt that. I will say that I like to live in the no cow zone, so... Not familiar with that phone application.
good.
Like, this version of Dover just looks weird to me.
Because it has grandstands.
It just doesn't look like what Dover looks like anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It has grandstands. That weird way they took down some of the grandstands and turned through, where they left the upper level, is just bizarre.
I think that's a good move because they took out the shittier seats.
Yes, I agree, but it's just bizarre because that's just not something you see commonly, so it just looks weird.
Now, here's a question that Tony just figures in your ears for a moment here. Do you think they're going to make any changes at the Speedway after that thing that happened at the end of the race?
I would hope so, but there's not really a whole lot you can do.
You could do some work to the tunnel and do a whole bunch of work to basically move where that is far enough back that you basically have to pit on the backstretch. But then you have to have provisions in there to still be able to run the road course, and that's where it can get tricky. I mean, frankly, I think the next time they're doing that major renovation work on the infield grandstand, go and everything, they need to seriously consider a way to move that back a bit and widen the pit lane as well. Because the pit lane is just too fucking narrow these days.
Well, another thing that they could do is force use of the access road and have a wall there already, so you don't hit that inside pit wall.
The issue you run into with that is it then needs to be a non-permanent wall, and then that opens up some can of worms. I mean, it's certainly better than the idea I saw a few years ago that they should just put a ramp there so you don't have anything to hit.
Except the ramp and go flying through the air and...
Hey, nobody's ever died flying through the air. It's always the landing. So to prevent you from landing...
I'm sure people have died flying through the air.
Tony,
if they struck a bird.
That's still hitting something. You
That's
don't
true.
die until you hit something.
What if you had a heart attack?
Well, that's dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with the crash then. That was just
What if the heart attack was caused by the air?
Then you have bigger issues.
Tony, if you really think about it, you could argue all heart attacks are caused by air, because you can't have a heart attack if you're not alive.
So I'm right?
No. Only in the ways of the worst possible way to try to logic your way into it.
Like when you scroll down on Tony's thing on Twitch, it just says, it's empty here.
I don't know if I've ever been on this thing on a computer.
Yeah, you scroll down and it just says, it's empty in here. I'm like, huh, just like my thoughts.
You're gonna have
By
to
the way-
show me that later. That's weird.
By the way, Tim, here's a link to the cow racing.
I just realized I have a playlist on YouTube entitled Random Races, where I think at one point I was putting videos in here to watch later when I felt like watching a race. I'm going to tell you the 4 races I have in here. The 2013 SCCA Stepniano runoff race.
That's a good one.
2013 FIA GT Series Round 2 from Belgium.
Yeah, I can take it or leave it.
The 1998 NASCAR 100 at Bathurst.
Okay, yes, that's legendary.
And the 1988 Knoxville Nationals.
Ooh!
Let's see, what do I have in the vintage Formula 1 for? Oh, I've got one deleted video on that. What do I got? The 94 Belgian Grand Prix, 93 Spanish, 93 Brazilian, 88 San Marino, 76 British, 70 South African, 67 Canadian, 65 Dutch, 94 Portuguese and Hungarian, 1960 Monaco, 79 Spain, 56 US West, 69 British. Interesting that I still have these playlists. The one that's so useful is my playlist with every art that put like one video on, but somebody provided one of their videos. That motherfucker.
Probably a copyright claim.
Yeah, provided me doesn't get around this.
Actually, I think they amended it to where it does now. Because you can make it different, you can use storing it there in private so you can watch it on your phone, and that's perfectly fine. Under the new rules. By the way, speaking of the Dover race today, did you notice the old-ass AMP Energy logo on the front straightaway?
I didn't notice a lot in that race other than Rick Allen, after the IndyCar was going, oh, we're going to do some spoilers for the IndyCar race. Said his spoilers was done, like, okay, that's fine. Gave people the opportunity, leave the room for 5 minutes, mute the TV, change the channel for 5 minutes, whatever. Then they go to a commercial, they come back, and he immediately says another spoiler for the IndyCar race.
Leave it to Rick Allen.
It's like, Rick. Also, did you notice during the IndyCar race, this isn't a spoiler, that Danica Patrick thinks they do green light checkers in IndyCar?
Yes.
Also, she doesn't know which turn 2 is?
Yes. He's just as great at announcing as she was driving. So, there you go.
There's some other colossal commentary fuck up. What was it? Oh man, yeah, that's probably something recent. Remember when you could favorite videos on YouTube with one button?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the playlist of everything I favorited, including the first 2 East-West balls. The last one is that awesome, channel trailer that Versus had back in the, 2010 era.
Oh wow, yeah, that's old.
You remember that one?
Yes.
Fucking great. Well, I'm gonna watch it again. Fuck it.
Yay. Number 5 on that list is he's in the fence, they're both in the fence, they're all in the fence.
Is this the first week where NASCAR is actually at the track they're supposed to be at?
Yes.
That makes sense.
I thought there was another one that worked out by dumb luck now.
I believe Michigan. Michigan was where it was supposed to be.
In Michigan?
Yes.
When was Michigan?
Like 2 weeks ago?
No, you're right. It was.
I like from watching this in 2010, I think the only sports Versus had was IndyCar, the Tour de France, and hockey. And a little bit of college football.
And the Well and Modified Tour. Do not forget that.
They weren't trying to sell it in this promo.
I think they started doing that in, I want to say, 2011 or 2012?
Yes, maybe 2010. There's a lot of old Indy cars in this. Oh, and bull riding.
I think 2010, too, was the first year of them covering IndyCar. Could be wrong.
I don't think it was. I think they had it before that.
I don't think so. I think everything 2009 prior was still ESPN ABC.
They shared it with ESPN for a very long time.
Right. Until that channel died in, what was it, 2013, 2014?
It didn't die, it became NBC Sports.
Right, it died.
So, died is what I would say when a channel ceases to exist and is replaced by something else. They just rebranded.
Before TV died, although it seems like it's making a comeback.
Yes, that channel died. Versus just became NBC Sports. Kind of like Speed didn't so much die in Fox Sports. That one's a little fuzzy. But to me, for a channel to die, it's not that we gave it a new name, it's that it's just not even a thing anymore. Whereas Versus was a sports network and became NBC Sports Network. They just rebranded it.
By the way, that picture is what I was talking earlier about the old ass energy logo.
Isn't that the current energy logo?
Hell no, it hasn't been that way since like 2012. Plus, Amp Energy's like dead. They only got like one flavor now. It doesn't sell very well at all, and they pretty much replaced it with Mountain Dew's Game Fuel.
I mean, that's probably for the best. Well, I was gonna say it's for the best, but that's not for the best of this one, so.
The Game Fuel is actually really good. I enjoy that.
I can't say Mountain Dew.
It doesn't taste like Mountain Dew though. It's Mountain Dew only in branding.
That's a really stupid way to sell something.
I would say it's the best tasting energy.
Why?
Versus began running IndyCar in 2009.
Oh shit, I was a year off.
The reason I was thinking that watching that video is the footage they were showing some of it's really fine. Yeah, so Versus, I remember that. It's originally OLN, and then it became Versus, and then it was rebranded NBC Sports. Because I remember we changed cable tiers at some point, so we get OLN, so we could watch the footballs. So you guys mind if I complain about something real quick?
I mean, when don't you? So go ahead.
People on the internet spreading misinformation about the tropical systems. The number of people I've seen, oh my god, there's going to be a Category 4 hurricane tomorrow in the Gulf. Like, no, there's not. Like, no, the storm Laura is going to be a Category 4 hurricane when it gets to the Gulf. Like, no, it's going to be a tropical storm and be maybe a Cat 2 at landfall. And hell, the tropical storm, the one that is a hurricane right now, looks like it's forecasted a weekend for tropical storm before landfall. So, people need to shut the fuck up with false information, or get off the world. We'll push them off the edge, because it's flat after all, according to them. It's just, that's the kind of shit that drives me nuts. People that just spread misinformation about weather and news and stuff, and seem to get away with it for some reason. So Tony, why is this race 89 laps too long?
Because it's 400 miles.
NASCAR didn't run 400 miles.
They were supposed to.
NASCAR doesn't know what they're doing. The extravaganza knows what to do.
Tony,
They know
you're not wrong.
that 400 miles is the greatest mileage that Dover can get.
I will say, the Cup race today was actually pretty good. The one yesterday, from what I saw, was okay. Better than last year, for sure. Granted, I mean, watching yourself slowly bleed out in the back of the lights, but better than last year.
Did they use the package at Dover, or was it?
No, they came in with actually no package. You can run whatever you want or whatever engine. What do you mean, Tony?
Well, you know how there's a new package for horsepower.
They did not run smaller airflow amount. That's where it's a bigger restrictor, but that sounds like the holes are bigger to me, and that'll listen much with my brain. But it was slow down force and the max horsepower.
That's surprising because it looked like they were going really fast.
Well, they were because they weren't carrying parachutes.
Pair of shoes.
Pair of keys.
Pair of
I need to ask a very important question about that song. Is there any possibility to determine any of those lyrics are actually a shit ride? I don't know what the fuck he's on about. I mean, we were here to spit a lot of shit.
I'd like to further clarify the AMP rebranding the Mountain Dew. This image should give you a better visual of what I mean by that.
I don't like those stylized cherries. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I don't either, but let's just ignore that. But yeah, that's kind of how that's going about. We're just phasing the branding into something else. It's always had the Mountain Dew logo on it, AMP did. It was never clear if AMP was its own thing, or if it was Mountain Dew, or Mountain Dew AMP.
You know, I feel like I might have mentioned this before, but another thing about the paint scheme on that 2 car, from certain angles, it almost looks like the back bumper's smashed in.
Oh, that's not a bad thing. That's realistic.
Also, Tony, are we running Indy cars this week, or are we running, like, actual stock cars this time?
We're running stock cars. It's the extravaganza.
Okay, well, the last time we ran Dover, I want to say we're average lap speed of 180 miles an hour, so...
Last lap was a 21.8. I'd say that's actually slower than normal. Or at least on par.
Let's see, so for the race in May, I think the pole was like a 164 average lap, but I swear they were running stupid fast in the race.
I don't have any information here to be able to figure that out because, there's not that much data here.
I'm trying to remember who won the first Dover race.
Well, it's a shame that nobody's looking at the results right now to answer that. No way to answer that question whatsoever.
Sorry.
Do you want to take a guess?
What am I guessing?
Who won the race?
Oh, Ryan?
It was not Ryan. He was 13th.
Me?
You were 12th.
Tim?
Spark plug Doug.
Randy?
Randy Dobbins was...
Doug Spark in the E3
28.
Yes, Doug Spark won. Okay. Now we're just
No, Randy was 28.
Who the hell else is left? Dalton?
Dalton was 32nd.
That sounds about right. It wasn't Rick.
It was not Rick. He was 14th.
Oh, JB, I remember now.
There you go.
Yeah, because he pulled away from the field at a draft track and won.
Yep, he led 23 laps on his way to the win.
Good job, John Batista. And if you look at it, he's had like 8 straight top 10s. Very impressive.
And also, wasn't there a absolutely colossal crash?
That was Steven Spears, yes. Or was that Richard?
Right.
No, that was Dover. Yeah.
I was gonna say, to be honest, I think Spears crashed and caught up in races in. So.
I think he flipped at turn 3 at Richmond and then flipped at turn 4 and hit the catch fence at Dover.
Yeah, that was earlier this spring when Spears ate shit and died. That was great. By the way, did I make this race?
No, neither did Spears.
Of course I fucking didn't.
I think it's the first race all season where you and Spears are on the show.
I bet you up my fucking ratings, man.
Hey,
But
you
you
got a
gotta
top
talk
5 at Dover. Bristol. Where
I
are
don't
we,
give
Bill?
a damn. I need to start making races, dude.
We're about to have green flag pit stops soon.
Literally, no sooner do I complain about people spreading misinformation about these tropical systems than somebody does it again.
Texas. Blizzard.
If you go near the Dairy Queen, maybe.
10,000 Dairy Queen blizzards fall from the sky, making
That would
the
be a
children
great
very
day.
happy.
Until one of them falls and lands square on their head and knocks them clean out. You see a kid lying unconscious with ice cream all over his head.
What happened, Billy? I don't know.
Not gonna lie, that'd be fucking hilarious.
We've got to give Zach Miller some credit, because he started up front, went to the middle, went to the back, went back to the front. He's got everything going on today.
Yeah, just make sure he's not like right up behind the leader on the last lap.
Oh, did he wreck you that one time?
I mean, that was the most egregious time he did that.
How long ago was that?
I don't remember when it was, I just remember it happened.
That was a long time ago, Tim.
Yeah? You know what else we remember? Oh, he turned it!
No!
Oh no!
And that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
Oh.
Well, I mean, when there's a car that's a space shuttle and you're looking at the car that hits the wall.
Was it a space shuttle or was it just the orbiter?
I don't know. It flew into the catch fence.
Shit, Kevin, did you appreciate that one?
I did appreciate that one. That was a good callback. I wasn't expecting that.
That's a callback to something Tony wasn't here for.
That joke is for members only, just like Costco. By the way, I've never stepped foot inside of a Costco or a Sam's Club, so I have no idea what goes on in those buildings.
I can. They asked me for a Costco card, and I said I don't have one. They asked me to can.
Well, technically, you can go to Sam's Club or Costco and buy their booze in bulk without a card. At least in Michigan.
The one I went to.
In the state of Michigan, if you sell alcohol, if you want to buy said alcohol, you can't tell people no. You have to actually sell it to keep the liquor license. Well, yeah. I figured that was implied. But yeah, stores can't be like, no, you can't buy alcohol from this establishment because you're not a member. Isn't Sam's Club just Walmart and shittier? I don't know, never been in there.
I'm pretty sure that's who owns it. I mean, Sam's Club is named after Sam Walton.
Of Walmart, right, that's what I'm saying. Pretty sure, like, Sam's Club is just the warehouse version of Walmart.
It's the warehouse of Walmart. Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe. According to
I always see them next to a Target and their logo's red. I guess I'm supposed to.
I don't understand because the first Costco that was built in that area was built next to a Target, so that does make sense. I was sad when the first Costco in my area went up because there was a very nice movie theater there, and they bought the land because the owners retired and tore the bitch down, and I was very pissed.
I feel like movie theaters are going to
The ones around here won't, because a lot of the movie theaters here are owned by one of three companies, either AMC, Goodrich, or Celebration Cinemas. And all the Celebration Cinemas have put up temporary drive-in theaters to kind of keep things going. I hope not, because I actually like going to AMC here in town because their seats are just comfortable as shit. Do the loud noises freak you out, Tim?
I don't enjoy sitting in dark rooms with strangers. First off, is part of it, but I don't super enjoy sitting down and watching movies. Like, that's not really a thing I frequently do. But
dude, when I go to a movie theater, I go like during a day off when I know there's not going to be anybody there, and the theater's just to me.
That doesn't work around here.
Oh, I love that shit.
We've gone to see movies at like 2 p.m. on a Wednesday to a packed full house.
Wow. Maybe there's just a lot of movie theaters in my area, so it's spread thin. I don't know.
Oh, maybe decent number of theaters. It's also it's really expensive, and I don't really enjoy anything about that experience. Like if I want to watch a movie, I'll watch a movie, but I also like to just watch a movie comfortable on my couch without paying $15 and maybe $20 for popcorn, and
that's what I'm your own food.
Yeah, so they like bad things happen to people who try to smuggle food in around here.
Oh, over here they don't give a shit.
Oh, they think some ugly things have happened. That's all I'll say.
So somebody brings in their own lollipop and they slam them to the ground and spray mace and throw fireballs at them.
They get physically ejected and have the hospital.
Physically
Jesus,
ejected?
yeah, around here.
Like,
around here
heat them out.
Like out of the building?
Yes.
Around here, like, they don't really try to catch you, but if they do catch you, they just go, hey, throw it out, come on. But most of the time, like, me and my buddies go, we bring our own, like, granola bars, and hell, we've snuck booze into the theater.
Did you put the wrong tires on my car at the start of this race?
I think you're struggling just a little bit.
I've fallen backwards like a fucking stone.
Well, you shouldn't have got on the outside lane, sir.
You shouldn't have tried racing Stone.
I'm back here racing with a bunch of slapdicks.
Rob? I'm gonna tell Rob you called him that.
By the way, Tim, I just added it up. We have 10 movie theaters in the Grand Rapids area proper, and half of those are over 12 screen theaters. I think 4 of them are 16 plus.
So another weird thing. Did you see? Oh, what was it? The first of the new Star Wars movies. That was
No.
Awakens, right?
Tim, when have I ever told you? Yeah, I've watched a Star Wars movie.
That's a shame, because I was going to ask if you had seen that in a theater, because that movie made me motion sick to watch in a theater.
The last movie I watched in a theater was Ford vs. Ferrari.
The last movie I watched in a theater would have been Last Jedi.
Yeah, I watched Ford vs. Ferrari, and then the last one before that was Avengers Endgame. So I only go to the theater like once every 6 months. It's just not. Usually, if I'm going out, it's to either go to the bar up the road to go see the local bands play, or down the road to one of the many racetracks in my area. I don't really tend to do much indoor stuff, because, especially in the summer, because why do that?
Gross outside?
I like being outside.
Does it get as gross in Michigan as it does here?
Depends on the humidity.
So it's funny that you say depends on humidity. Around here, there is no depends. There is just humidity. What the hell happened to Michael here? Did he fail to find his pit stall, or did he get hit?
He got hit by Zach Miller.
Hit.
I told you. You gotta watch out for that guy.
Now, one of the movie theaters around here, Tim, is absolutely giant and is also suspended over a parking lot attached to a mall.
The over the parking lot part's a little weird for me. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 24-seat theater that's hanging out over the parking lot. A 2-level theater, by the way. It's like 12 screens below, 12 screens up top, and it's suspended above the parking lot. Bizarre, right?
I found it very weird this morning when I pulled up YouTube that I saw there was a race on live that I could watch on YouTube, which is kind of surprised. I can watch the MotoGP race live on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Which is weird, because I swear the last time I tried to watch a MotoGP video on YouTube, it was blocked in my region.
By the way, Tim, that's the street view of the theater in question.
That's an odd design choice.
Well, it fits with the rest of the mall.
Well, the other thing, it strikes me as doubly odd, because I do not like soft stories like that, because I just know what can happen to them, but I suspect Michigan kind of seismically active as other areas.
Although we did have, I think it was a 3.2 in Detroit last week.
Yeah, that might not have had anything to do with it.
And then I think it was 2015 we had a 2.8 in Kalamazoo. But those are like 2 in my entire lifetime. Yeah, you look at that and you consider that's a 24-screen theater. Suspended in the air. Like, yikes. It's a damn nice theater, though. I do like it.
That statistic that I just read doesn't sound right, so now I have to fact check it. I also, regardless of whether it's true or not, I'm not going to say it out loud, but may send it to you on text though.
Okay.
But you know. Because it could be a spoiler, so.
A spoiler.
Yeah, that's true.
Caution flag is out, debris yellow.
There's that interesting factoid for you, Kevin.
You know, I never thought about that, but that is correct. And it's hard to believe that Fernando Alonso has won 0 of the Indy 500s he's entered. That's,
Oh, come on!
You just spoiled something for
Oh, damn it! Of the ones up until this year, maybe, maybe not. Sorry. I was trying to be creative and ended up fucking that. I'm sorry.
You also insinuated that he didn't die. Otherwise, you would have brought that up already.
I mean, we're still waiting an update from Methodist Hospital about somebody, but...
That is true.
Now, see, Tony doesn't know if we're pulling his leg or not.
That is possibly true, maybe not. Tim's full of shit, we all know that.
Everybody comes in to make one more fuel stop. Can they make it from here?
I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, no kidding.
Another cool statistic, Fernando Alonso has a 100% win rate in the 24 Hours of Le Mans,
That is true.
but only has a 50% win rate at Daytona.
Done 124? Or did he do another race there that I'm not...
He did 2 24-hour races, so.
But when did he do the other one? Oh yeah, this year, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And he finished like second. Oh no!
This year he won, last year he was 13. I haven't seen anything to know about some of you. Oh, okay, I see it now. Under IndyCar rules, doesn't somebody get a drive-through penalty for that?
That was the stupidest fucking call.
I did not realize it was a penalty to hit your own crew guys, to be honest with you.
I mean, you're already not trying to do that anyway. Why would you get penalized for it? Like, if it was an advantage to hit your crew guy, then sure.
Jesus Christ.
But it's not, so don't
It's 5
penalize
seconds
anyone.
left faster to run over the tire changes.
Alright. Coming to the
I mean,
flag. Ben
when has that ever
Gier,
worked?
Pettit, Scott Deutsch, your top 3.
When has that ever worked into a decision from a sanctioned body? Remember that time Carl always got penalized for passing on the apron? Because he didn't want to run the fuck over 2 guys pitting in the fucking shootout?
Same with Casey Kane.
And he lost spots. So here's my thing on Casey Kane. What I never was able to find out was he sped up in the section and not get hit. Did he then go slower than the speed limit in the next section? If he did, there's absolutely no reason to help. They never reported that.
He was down to speed limit after that, and the NASCAR rule on that is if you are speeding entering pit road to avoid an accident, you do not get penalized if you make an attempt to slow down.
Yeah.
And he did more than make an attempt. He was literally too fast entering in one section and at or below the speed limit the rest of the pit road.
The other problem we run into, we can't actually read a exactly how the rules parsed because NASCAR won't give us the goddamn rulebook. But I'm just gonna.
That one has actually been published. That one's actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna spell it and change it. Not, maybe some caveats were missing, but the way that rule is phrased and the way you said it, he was already on pit road and accelerated, so he didn't speed onto pit road to avoid an accident.
No, he was on pit road.
He was already past the speed begin line. I'm almost certain I'll pull the video up.
Oh, the one spot that the guy spun out on ahead of him, I think it was Michael and Matt. When he spun in front of him, he gunned it and he was already slowing down for entering pit road. It was only a couple over. If I'm remembering it correctly, my mind may have distorted it.
If my recollection where the speed began, didn't the speed begin at the yellow line?
No, the yellow line I think was the commit line.
Okay, because it was between the yellow line and the first pit stall that he gunned.
Right.
So, NASCAR,
I think back then the first pit stall.
To argue, but
I think back then the first pit stall was the speed line.
well, there is also a white line across the pit lane that he also crossed shortly thereafter as he was accelerating, so it's slightly unclear where the pit speed began. I assumed it was at that yellow line, but
well, in any event, that was a bullshit call.
It was a very silly penalty, and frankly, it feels like if they decided that his speed on pit road was creating an unsafe situation, you throw a yellow flag.
Yeah. That whole thing was just absolutely asinine from start to finish, really.
I mean, they've made some worse calls than that. You know, Tony Stewart has a win because of all those really bad calls.
That's also true. But
And I still absolutely do not understand what the fuck they were doing at Montreal.
I don't even think they understand what they were doing at Montreal.
I think their call to move him to 12th is the wrong call for sure. And
But
then
they
restarted
also
the race.
reversed the call, and then didn't reverse the call, and then disqualified him, and reversed that call, but didn't reverse it. Like,
but restarted the race with him in second. You absolutely know what's about to happen. That's going to affect the outcome of the race.
Nothing is worse than the 1981 Indy 500.
No, nothing's worse than black flagging what was it, Ricky Rudd from bumping somebody in the hairpin at Sonoma.
Davey Allison?
Is that who he bumped?
Yes.
At least when they black flagged him, they just put him to second. They didn't say, hey, you're going to lose 100 points and go back
Right,
to 28th.
You're disqualified. At least they didn't do that.
I'm trying to think of some other complete bullshit.
1981 Indy 500.
Is that the one where AJ Foyt can have snap the field under yellow on the apron?
Oh, he can't do that!
It wasn't AJ Foyt, it was
Johnny
Bobby Unser.
Rutherford. Oh, it was Bobby Unser? I thought it was Rutherford.
Well, I still don't understand how any of that was deemed okay and what the fuck really happened there. Part of the problem is the race broadcast we have was tape delayed and the commentary recorded later. So
another BS call. Giving Greg Biffle the win in the 2007 Kansas race.
When he ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
When he clearly was not up to speed.
Yeah, that one was pretty dumb. Like, I would give him, it's like, oh no, we decided we called the race a lap early. Like, okay, maybe I'll let you get away with that call, but say, no, we ran the, like, that race was so fucking stupid.
Then there's the Brett Bodine scoring controversy at North Wilkesboro.
We'll never know the answer to that one. At this point, I'm just going to accept the result.
The answer to that one died with Bill France Jr.
What if we found out
I don't think
that...
Bill France knows he won that race.
No, he does.
I don't think he won that race. I think who we decided won this race is a good enough story. I don't care to look any closer into it.
What if we found out that Brett Bodine actually did win, and that the scoring error was not an error after all? Like, the chances
I mean,
of
that's a
that are slim.
possibility.
It's like,
Yeah, it's a real possibility.
I did like that. I think it was a slash when I was watching. Pointed out that because of how many scoring errors there have been in the, that may or may not have been corrected, it's highly probable that Richard Petty didn't win 200 races.
And he probably only won like 120.
maybe he won 200 races, but he won different races and lost different races.
It's also possible that he won more than 200 races, if you don't know. So, I will say, there's absolutely a race they let him keep the win. That in modern NASCAR, he would have gotten fucking banned for life.
Hey Lee, your son beat you by 2 laps. No, he didn't.
Oh,
I beat him by 3. Let's check the tape. Oh wait, we don't have one.
Let's check the film.
Oh wait, we don't have one.
Send in the film. But they did at Daytona in '59.
And then they stared at it for 3 days when you can clearly
I don't know
see
why
it
it took that long. It's very clear.
It came out later that they did that on purpose to build hype because they saw the headlines. They were like, "Fuck it, we'll keep this hype train going."
That's smart.
Yeah, Bill Francina was very smart with that stuff. One could make the argument that letting Richard Petty keep his 198th win was a bad call.
I would if it wasn't for the fact that every other time, generally, they keep the win and then just get penalized like crap, which is what happened.
Right.
If they did something that was abnormal, then it would have been different. It's probably the most controversial thing that ever happened, it almost seems like. Because the engine is so illegal. Oh, Greg Sachs and Daytona. That's
Yeah, it
not
wasn't
the
just the
worst thing
engine.
ever.
It was the two things they don't want to fucking with.
Let's put an engine that's clearly way too big.
Like,
And do left side
laughably
all the way
too big.
around.
Greg Sachs isn't gonna win. You can let him have it. Oh, wait. Oh. We need him to beat Bill.
So,
You could make the argument that barring drivers in the Professional Drivers Association was stupid.
it wasn't the PDA they banned, it's the other union.
Now they banned the PDA.
The PDA didn't get banned, they just got their blood called at Talladega and disbanded.
The Professional Bowling Association?
No, PD.
Oh.
The reason why, nobody raced the 1969 Talladega 500.
Yeah, they didn't get
Except
banned.
Bobby Isaac.
Didn't win.
Yeah, well, Bobby Isaac withdrew from the PDA so he could race.
And then they wrecked the shit out of Brickhouse in this race, didn't they?
I don't know if he was ever on the PD.
Well, that actually goes back to... That's another bad call, because some say Richard Brickhouse didn't actually win that race. But
was Jim
Chrysler
Vanderbilt.
paid NASCAR to say, hey, he won this race because look what her Dodge Daytona did.
Jim Vandiver is still very mad. Dude, if you really think about it, the fact that Bobby Isaac didn't win is really a shame.
When you think about it, the way Elmo Langley passed away is also a shame.
Yeah, heart attacks suck.
Especially when you're in Japan.
Yeah.
That's a terrible phone call.
I was trying to figure out what you meant by that. Like, yeah, there's nowhere worse to have a heart attack than Japan. They just shoot you or something. So I thought you were going.
No, I mean, like, to have a heart attack and die when you're on the other side of the planet, like, God.
It's probably the first time he was ever out of the U.S.
Probably, unless he served in the war or something, which I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know much about Elmo Langley outside of that, so...
Well, let me make sure I didn't look up Elmo the Muppet. There we go. Okay.
Clearly the same person.
So here's a great thing. Wikipedia ain't gonna tell me shit.
Nope.
Nah, they don't have a
It has his personal life. I will read his entire personal life. Langley was married to Nancy and had 4 sons: Elmo Jr., Raymond, William, and Stephen. He lived in Harrisburg, North Carolina. In the personal life section, on his death.
They didn't even bring up his pace car driving or his actual driving.
No, his racing career's about that.
There's really not a whole lot known about his personal life before racing.
He won the Legends race.
That's true. But no, there's not a whole lot actually known about him. It looks like, because I'm on legendsofnascar.com and they tell you nothing. They tell you a lot about his racing career, which is cool. But I'm more curious about him.
He grew up in the Washington, D.C. area, ran his first race at Maryland Airport Speedway in 1952. And that's all of his backstory they have on the death announcement for Motorsport.com in 1996. There's gotta be somebody that has a little bit more information about this man.
We should tweet Dale Jr. He'll have the answers.
I found a website that'll tell me where his grave is. I'm not finding a lot about him. Based on his age, he probably served in the war.
He was always in the medical condition.
28, so, 41, he would have been... Well, maybe he didn't serve in the war. He would have been, 14 or 41? So, he wouldn't have been able to serve in the war.
Wow. You got lucky there.
Yeah.
Not many people.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh no!
Championship contenders involved.
Oh good, I missed it.
Major championship implications.
Craig
I'm
Lee,
gonna
11th
guess-
in points. Matthew Dominique, 13th in points. Both involved.
I'm gonna guess that Elmo may not have served in the Korean War though, based on the fact that he was racing in 54. Granted, the war ended in 53, so maybe. But yeah, who knows?
Ken Pettit,
Yeah,
Dave
there's,
Miller, John Tharp, and Matt Reboyne all have a sigh of relief after that. It's going to make it easier now that these cars have damage.
Looking at everything, there's not a whole lot about his life before NASCAR, so that's stressful. But that he's dead?
Or raped somebody, or we're canceling it, or he said something racist, or...
Well, Jeff Green was trying to get it the other day.
Jeff Green or Jeff?
The basketball player, Jeff Green.
Oh, no, that's not Jeff Green.
I didn't say it was the Jeff Green. I just said it was Jeff Green.
I mean, R.I.P. Eminem was trending the other day, never did know why. So it sounds like there is a very strong possibility for 2021 there will be an IndyCar race in Nashville on a street circuit.
I replied, why? Because Super Speedway is reopening. They've raced there before. Why not use it?
Street
We
circuit.
already We already have enough street circuits, is my...
How many street circuits can you name that IndyCar races?
Well, you got Belle Isle.
I think
You got-
Chris' point is that street races generally aren't that great, so we
I'm
have
not saying
enough.
that. I'm saying is we have way
what
too
I'm
many
saying.
street courses and road courses compared to ovals. I think we have, what, 4 ovals now?
I will agree with your point that I would like to see more ovals. I'm not sure Nashville Super Speedway is a good oval to add necessarily because it would be a better track if it wasn't concrete. It's going to be my.
I'm going to be straightforward. Nashville Super Speedway. I've seen a couple races. All of them were not good, and that was
I
back when
agree.
NASCAR was good.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna race Nashville, why not just add an oval? You know, if that is a market that you want more so than getting back any other oval.
It may be a factor that they think that there's more money to be made by holding the race downtown.
I don't think so, because they said the same thing about Baltimore, and we all know how that ended.
Well, also Baltimore don't have an oval, but fuck you, Baltimore.
No, but you get my point.
Baltimore was also really badly designed, so hopefully they don't make that mistake. But I mean, they only run 4 street courses, and this year 3 of them were canceled.
For obvious reasons.
And St. Pete still may or may not have it. It occurred to me as I was setting up fantasy for next month. There are no IndyCar races scheduled for September at the moment.
Nope.
There
They
are
ran-
rumors.
They ran Indy, they're gonna run Gateway, and then they're gonna fuck off for a month.
There are rumors that they will fill that gap with a makeup date for Mid-Ohio.
I hope so.
I would not mind seeing them say, actually, we're going to run 2 or 3 races next month. And just cram the races out.
Do a triple header in Mid-Ohio.
I don't know about that. Mid-Ohio is a fun track, but it really doesn't put on great IndyCar races.
Just run all the races at Mid-Ohio.
That's the worst idea I've ever heard. Tony, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, it would make it easier for me to make an IndyCar race at a proper racetrack.
I think they should
It's
go
funny,
to the
I-
fairgrounds, Berlin.
I've never actually
Eldora.
been to an IndyCar race. I've been to an Indy Lights race. But I've never been to an IndyCar race, even though the one that happens in my state, there's like 3 others within a good driving distance. No, 4 others within a good driving distance. I haven't been to one.
Well, Kevin, you know my history with IndyCar.
Do what?
You know my history with IndyCar, right?
Oh yeah.
I was at
You
the
are IndyCar
I was at
history.
the first Indy Racing League race.
Hey, you are IRL history.
What was the first IRL race?
96 at Disney.
I don't think it was 96, Tim.
Yes, it was.
96.
I'm pretty sure they ran 3 races in 95.
No, they didn't.
96 was a 3 race.
That's the Truck
Oh,
Series.
I got it backwards. You're right.
I want to say we also went to the race in 97, but I know we went more than once. I'm just not 100% sure. It was 2 years in a row. It was maybe 3, or if it was 1 year, skipped a year, and then went back like we did with the U.S. Grand Prix. Or if you go to the U.S. 2 years in a row and then skip the year of the tire development.
Which, by the way, Tim,
I can check. Tire development was 5, right?
06. Or 07. You might be right. Those 3 years in F1 history kind of run together because it was so okay. It was a good era. It was the last good era of F1 for me, but my interest started waning around then.
So, I think, I went off to college, and we did not have any channel that ran F1 races the entire time I was in college. They did a really great job of fucking me too, because it was initially on TV and it was legal. The literal year they moved to NBC, I was still in college. That's what network is watching my college cable package.
NBC is not.
Fuck them.
By the way, Tim, if this rumor of F1 returning to Indianapolis comes to fruition, me and you are meeting up and going, right?
That's kind of how taking car winning races. That's kind of a lot. I would be interested in doing that because it's not a terrible drive, and
For either of us. I never had a chance to go because my parents were like, "No, we're going to F1. What the hell?"
Now if you're into that racing bullshit, we ain't gotta go European, you freaking Clearmo or some shit.
We have to
pretty
go
much.
to the cow races.
We're too white trash for that shit. They don't serve natural ice. We ain't going.
You've heard my story of
The swastika
the
wheeled
most
in.
shocking thing I've seen in real life.
Yes. Like, is this real life? Am I in a
You know what's
simulation?
funny? I think the 2 most shocking things I've seen in real life both happened at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You want to guess what the second most shocking thing I saw in real life was?
Gordon
Someone
Smiley
making a baby?
crashing into the wall.
wonder why.
Ralph Schumacher trying to die. Yes, second thing.
When I was at Carb Day last year, I saw some interesting things going on. Particularly in the Turn 3 party area there.
Kevin, get off Pornhub on your phone when you're at the Speedway.
I know it wasn't that. Let's just say I didn't need Pornhub for what was going on there.
Oh wow, I just found a video on YouTube last night.
Yeah, if F1 does go back to Indy, I would love to go. Because as it is, I wouldn't mind going to Montreal for an F1 race, but that would cost just as much as going to Texas.
Yeah, so, yeah, the thing that sucks is just how expensive the tickets are.
Well, for me, I wouldn't even mind paying the price for a ticket if I didn't have to sleep somewhere and pay for a fuckload of gas or pay for a plane ticket.
Yeah, so that's the kind of nice thing about India.
Right.
So the first year we made a weekend of it. The second year we went, I want to say we just got Sunday tickets and just went, woke up early in the morning and drove to India. Stayed for the race and then drove home. It was a bit of a long day, granted. And I kind of remember...
And where I live, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I could make a weekend out of it to make it a little less stressful, but it's not impossible to shoot it for one day.
I think it was the first year that it rained and stormed Sunday morning, right as they were heading for the race. And I want to say we drove through those storms on Saturday on our way to India. It was Friday. I can't remember how many days it was.
Funny enough. I shouldn't say what I'm going to say because that might spoil things.
Funny enough, Kurt Busch won the Indy 500.
Funny enough, Kyle Busch didn't win.
No, he didn't win the Indy 500. He's never tried it.
Because he's too much of a bitch.
I'll be honest, Kyle's style of driving would probably get him killed. Granted, that is also true. I'm actually curious how many people that were in the field are also in that video.
Just that one. No, sorry.
Well, here's the question, because there might have been people at the track.
I don't
who
know.
were in the race.
Well, I can tell you 4 people in this video have raced in the 500. That are on this group.
Yes. Well, and 2 of them have won it, and there are no spoilers in that anyway.
No.
You already spoiled who won it and didn't win. So,
Hey, I only spoiled 1 position out of 32. And that's not the most important.
32?
Or 33.
You know what surprises me is that Massa never tried any.
I feel like that's something he would have done, too. Or Coulthard. I feel like he would have done.
I don't know about it.
I'm also shocked Raikkonen never tried it.
He might still.
Yeah. Weber maybe, too.
Yeah, I think Weber's coming up.
I think he is, too. Yeah, like I said, I feel like Raikkonen would fit right in.
What's really funny is I would absolutely not remember any Giorgio Fontano and Gianmaria Bruni at all.
I barely remember Jarno Trulli.
Oh god, did you see, I think it was Millward that did the Sporkle quiz on F1 podiums?
I have not seen that video.
I was watching that video at work, and I immediately went, why does he have Sky Vector in his favorites? He must do flight sim or something. And then also was like, just silently screaming at myself, and it's like, he's got like 5 or 6 of the top 2, and he's like, I don't know who this German is. I'm like, you dumbass, it's fucking metal.
Williams has been sold.
Yeah, that seems really. It'll be curious to see how this unfolds further down the line for the next performance is able to, be running the long. I don't know.
Was it Williams one of the longest running teams in the sport?
When did Sir Frank slip?
Because you can also trace the Williams lineage, I should say, back to even before it was called Williams. think it's one of those teams that's been technically, continuously operating the whole history of that.
Williams started in 1977.
Oh,
Now, Frank Williams was involved in that one before that, but he did not complete. He had tried 2 earlier unsuccessful operations. 69 to 75 as Frank Williams racing cars, and 76 as partner with Wolf. And then started Williams Grand Prix engineering in 77, and that is the team that comes today. Now, some of the things that were just Mercedes, that kind of just
or Lotus and Lotus 2 and Lotus 3.
There are so many Lotuses that are distinctly not the same Lotus team that are good.
A little. I also find it funny that Jaguar ended up being Red Bull. It went from pure shit to Red Bull. Like, damn. It's showing me a few management changes coming forward. Let's be honest, I think Bobby Rahal won a Formula 1 team. Who the fuck that was?
So, you know what team is getting the current Mercedes team tracing plenty of factor, right?
Sauber, right?
Nope. No, Sauber's still around.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't it, it used to be Braun, right?
And before Braun, it was a lot of things too.
Wasn't it Honda?
It was Honda as well, one point.
Yeah, it was Honda, and then before that was BAR. I know, I'm trying to trace it. No, I'm really trying to remember this without looking it up. Fuck. Wasn't it, Marty?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, the reason why Toro Rosso was an Italian team.
Yeah, it was Tyrrell.
Yes, Tyrrell. But trace their lineage back to 1968. Let's do some tracking back. So, Alfa Romeo was south.
The WTF1 did a very long, so there's some interesting.
Alfa, I think, was always south.
Let me find out. WTF1 highlighted this. The video. Here's that video.
Yes. South started in 93. They planned to collaborate with Mercedes to enter Formula 1, but that fell apart on the Mercedes end. But Sauber decided, fuck it, we're going down one. The Sauber had been a successful sports car team going back quicker.
Right, they ran Group C with Mercedes. And then, by the way, before Red Bull was Jaguar, before Jaguar it was Stewart.
Yes, and I'm sure there was somebody before Stewart too.
I don't think so. That according to this video. Could be wrong.
Let me see if I can trace it back.
Whatever happened to Benetton anyway? Oh wait, never mind. I'm gonna find out because Coleman, Benetton, Renault.
Yeah,
That's right. Or as some people call it, Benetton. I prefer Benetton. Rolls off the tongue easier. Benetton just sounds like hoity.
I thought Stewart had bought somebody to launch his team, but I guess he didn't. I had sworn there was some team that failed when he bought their asset.
Yeah, the whole Lotus F1 fiasco was, well, that.
Let's see, McLaren's been around since 66.
And that never really changed.
I mean, we all know what the oldest team is.
Ferrari.
Yeah, they've been around since 1950.
They've been around since the start. They are old as balls.
Right, Force India had been Spiker, and before that they were Midland, before that they were Jordan.
By the way, fun fact about Renault's F1 team. Renault had a factory effort in 77 through 85, which overlaps with their own history as Tolman.
Yeah, it gets really goofy to some of these teams.
So you're aware.
I think the current team with the shortest history is Haas.
Yes.
Because they were a just brand new team. All the other brand new teams fell apart. They survived.
For now.
I mean, they're in it for a few more years now because of the N.O.R.L agreement.
Right.
So we have a bunch of teams that trace their history back to the mid-'80s or mid-'90s, and then some teams from the '60s and '50s.
Yeah, Jordan's history got really weird there. Mid to late 2000s. Jordan, Midland, Spiker, Force India. Like, damn.
Yeah, they were all back at the field teams still.
Yeah, they were never particularly good. No, Brown GP. It's just pissed off. Back at what happened.
Yeah.
The team came out of the woodwork to while on the last second. Kick everyone's ass. And then
Imagine I think there was some very legitimate reasons why not to go out there. They've been just funding the low power another year. Oh my god, that would have been great.
especially if everything else was the same. That just worked out.
Just don't change anything but the name of the team. It's staying Honda. Boom, Honda said their best year in F1 ever. And all of a sudden everybody wants to be in the Honda.
Exactly. Just crazy how it shows up. Team ownership is just so hard. With NASCAR, it's a lot easier. It's like a team failed, they went up. In most cases, that's how it goes. Unless you're talking about the late 90s where it kind of gets weird and it goes from like, it goes from, what team am I thinking of? Tyler Jet to MDV and the DI to
There's an odd thing I noticed in NASCAR. I'm not going to necessarily say shitball teams, but teams that are normally back out the field, almost field filler kind of teams that, are just scraping by, that change names, they drop by one or another, and you never see a change in performance and really notice if anything changed.
like a new owner comes in and goes, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, it's going to be good, and it never happens. The only time that ever really happens is when MBV, or MB2 I should say, bought Tyler Jet. But even then, Tyler Jet wasn't necessarily sucking either, they just needed that extra push, and that's what MB2 really did.
I don't think
Tyler Jet got better. They just needed sponsorship.
Right, but what I'm saying is when they first started in the late 90s with Rich Bickle, they weren't particularly good.
Oh, they were terrible. They had Darrell Waltrip and Todd Bodine.
Right.
David
The whole
Green.
Tabasco fiasco. But then once they got, Johnny Benson Jr. and what's-his-nuts' crew chief in there, things started to turn around. That's it. Yes. And then they got the Hendrick association with the engines. Like, things started to kind of turn around. But Tyler Jett, the guy that owned the team, that guy was just shady as shit to begin with. And he ran the team to the ground financially. And luckily, luckily, the new investors with MB2 came in, righted the ship, and things went better after that.
It's actually really crazy to me. Somewhere in the middle of that, somehow they end up getting DW signed to drive his old car.
That was
Right? How
crazy.
fucked up is that?
I'm gonna sell this team to you. Hey, could I drive after I'm done with the one?
Like, I am completely broke. I cannot afford another race. I'm out of the sport. Oh, Dale, you need a driver? Yeah, sure. Oh, shit, what am I gonna do now? Hey, Tim, you mind letting me drive my old shit again?
Then we had the great interview during the rain delay. I have to go to the bathroom.
And of course, during that time period, you had the speed block issue.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about that where he had a handshake agreement, nothing on paper, so they were like, no, fuck you, we're not paying you.
Yeah. Liars, thieves, and lawyers from Slap Shoes.
I think that was actually in the part 2 video.
Yeah, it was.
In there with how Jim Utter will have you towed.
Oh, wait, what's that outside? Oh, man. I love Slap Shoes and his content. He's just great.
You can make an argument that the current 13 Geico car was originally the 36 Skittles car.
Can you?
Yeah, because it went from Nelson Bowers to...
No. 36 was always an MB2 outfit.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it went from NB2, which was
Again,
36.
yeah.
And
The 36 turned into the 01.
Correct.
If it's not, if
And then
it's
the
not
01
gonna be
turned
top
into...
13, this doesn't work.
Let me explain.
Okay, let's see if we can follow Tony's
The
rabbit
01
trail
was
here.
bought by Bobby Ginn, right?
Right,
Bobby Ginn also owned the 13 at one point.
correct.
And then...
Yeah, I bought it, merged the 01 with the 8.
Look where the 13 is now.
But the 13's not the 36.
No, but I'm saying, it's the same team, sort of, kinda.
No, it's not. Germain existed while MB2 and Ginn existed,
Correct.
even in the Cup Series. So that's really not a good argument.
Hey, my argument is very good. That's my
We're talking actual team ownership lineage, not number placement amongst teams. That's a whole different argument.
One of the cool ones I like that is legit is the 20... Oh! Mike Carroll.
Like, just,
Oh, someone stopped. Matt Carroll stopped. Oh, he's dead.
well,
caution.
this is an interesting video clip for you, Kevin.
But anyways, what were you going to say before?
Yeah, let me explain what I was going to say. So the MC Anderson car that Benny Parsons drove in the late 70s, that was sold to the drag racer, I forget his name, Raymond Beadle.
Penny Bernstein.
No, Raymond Beadle.
Oh,
And became the Raymond Beadle 27. Then that became
Blue Max.
Blue Max. And then Roger Penske bought that, and then became the 2. So the old 27 from the late 70s and early 80s is the same as the 2 today.
Yeah, and technically speaking, Penske's original team technically doesn't have any ties whatsoever to the current Team Penske.
Correct, sir.
Kind of like how original Lotus had nothing to do with Lotus in 2012 and F1.
Or the other Lotus.
And like
Yeah,
Mike
or the
Carroll's
other
driving ability has nothing to do with his engine failure.
Wow, that's hard. I'm trying to think of other interesting team ownership changes like that in NASCAR, because there really isn't that many.
The point I was getting ready to make is it's really hard to track anything with some of the top teams because a lot of those back of the field teams, ownership was so sketchy and backdoor to begin with that you really don't know some of these cars, who's actually sponsoring them. If the guy in the car was who he said he was, he was just going to disappear from the track after wrecking equipment, all his checks were going to bounce. You never knew.
The original Felix Sabates 42 years later became the 01, then became the 41.
Nope.
What do you mean no?
Nope.
In 2000, after Kenny Irwin
Nope.
died, it became the 01.
Yeah, but that 01 car...
So, Tony,
that
I'm
01
getting very
car was
confused.
not MB2, though.
I'm
that
not
was
talking
Ganassi.
about... No, I'm talking
Tony?
about the Chip Ganassi 01.
Wasn't I 15th like
Right.
10 laps ago?
Which that 01 car became the 41.
That's what I just said.
Right. But that has nothing to do with MB2,
No, I'm not
so
talking
I'm
about
really
it.
confused. You did, though.
No, I'm not talking about that now. I'm bringing up a whole different point.
I'm really confused now.
How? I just started a completely different topic. Okay.
I'm trying, but he's not explaining
the
himself.
The old Sabatis 42 became the 01. Then the 01 became
The 41.
the 41. Okay. So
And?
we got that established. What happened to the 41? That was around for a while, but I think it was one of the
It got
numbers
canned
that
after
got-
the Richard Petty Motorsports merger. I think by 2010 it was gone.
I think you're right. It wasn't Richard Petty, it was N.O.R.L.
No, it was Richard Petty Motorsports with Ganassi. Like, it was a weird... I can't remember. That was like
Petty
a weird
was with-
three-way merger.
Petty was with Evernet.
Right, but the 41 became part of it somehow. I don't remember how.
I think I found it. Damn, it's too long. Fuck.
That's what she said?
I'm gonna see how much of this will let me say. Damn, it's still too long. Hang on. There we go, let me send that.
Oh, okay, I see where I screwed that up. The 41 just died during the merger. It didn't go into Richard Petty Motorsports or anything else afterward. That's what happened.
I think this is an unscheduled pit stop.
Because the sponsorship moved to the 42 car, and what was the 41 replaced the former DI number 1.
It's so weird
And it didn't
that
even
Kurt
run the
Busch-
full season.
It's weird that the Kurt Busch 1 is the old Steve Park 1.
Yeah, technically, you're not wrong. That is true. It's very... Wow. Yeah, that is wild to think of.
You know what's really crazy? It's also the old Beatles one.
Yes, the Beatles 1 album.
Yeah, sure.
I figured Tony would enjoy that joke.
I think Ryan's done.
Does that have major playoff implications?
If he finishes last next week too, then maybe. He's
Well,
over
next week's
200
over
points
200.
ahead, but
Next week's Daytona, who knows what could happen?
that's a good point.
Yeah, the history of the old 42 did, in fact, but if you're gonna just say... How about you flip it where... If you just take the 42/01's history and put it back to the 42 car that started in 2003...
Well, that's a different team, sort of.
Then technically... Well, I mean, if you were to just move the history much like, you know, an NHL team that got relocated while... Like the Nordiques, or not the Nordiques, the Jets.
Yeah, that's essentially
Like the whole
same
Jets
thing,
situation.
right?
Right. If you were to frame it like that, then yes, the 42 car has always been a Ganassi thing. As long as Sabatis has had it, which
Lee
before
Petty
that
has
was a
something to
Petty.
say about that.
I said as long as Felix Sabatis had something to do with it, so thanks for ignoring that. Because I was just about ready to launch into beforehand, it was a Petty Enterprises deal. Alright, what did you,
How did these two drive away from the field like this?
Why are you sending me Bible verses, Tim?
Think about what these Bible verses are and how they apply to the discussion we were having.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
They passed the lap car of Craig, then they got a little ahead, and Speedy's not fast enough to pass him, so he's just pushing him, and it's making them pull away. It's actually really impressive.
This will be all well and good for them until Rick blows a motor then, huh?
Dude, if Rick needs to win this race to have any chance. Rick came in a whopping 165 points out with 2 races left.
That's pretty hard to get back without the guys, you know, assisting you.
Well, Craig Lee, he's a lap down. And Matthew Dominic crashed.
I remember way back when the 03 by Drydene ran in the Nationwide Series.
If some of these guys in the second group on the front can just get single file and not race each other, they might actually make some time. Too bad they're AI, so that's not gonna happen.
You're having a good day, Tim, from your last place like 100 laps ago.
A moment ago, it's like, I swear, like 20-some odd laps ago, I was at 15th, and then all of a sudden I'm at the front of the second group.
Oh no. Jermaine led to the rise of what is known as Rick Ware Racing.
That's fine.
Well, Tony, I'm apologizing right off for this Indy 500 spoiler, but the Indy 500 was very interesting for Rick Ware's car.
Hey, yeah, it was.
Rick Ware fielded a car. Oh, pit stop.
Yes. For James Davis,
Nice.
his NASCAR driver.
Not good.
I'm not sure I would describe James Davis as a NASCAR driver.
As of this season, he's been more of a NASCAR driver than an IndyCar one.
This wasn't his first Indy 500. Oh, Rick
No,
Dennis.
certainly not.
Wasn't he a supercar driver?
He was. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why you wanted to run the Daytona road course so bad. It's like, hey,
What? Oh, that's right. This is the track where the AI are stupid and do left side tires.
let's see. He ran Junior Formula, Indy Lights, IndyCar, Atlantic, Star Mazda, Bullock Sports Car, Probably World Challenge, WeatherTech, no V8 supercars.
Weird, I thought that's where he'd come from.
Well, he did come from Australia, but he ran open wheels in Australia. He ran Formula Ford as well for in the Victorian and Australian divisions, and then moved to Formula BMW before coming to America and running Atlantics and Star Mazdas.
I think all the word with the officials, I think that's too fitted outside the box.
Nah, he's grabbing.
In 2020, James Davison has raced for Spire and Rick Ware, so he's raced for Rick Ware.
Tim, I think you're right, because Speedy is having problems.
Ah,
Wow.
that might actually do more to screw Rick than anybody else.
You've got to be kidding me. Well, it screws Speedy more. Speedy coming in for his second pit stop.
Everything's great.
He would have had to went to fourth place
Watch out,
for
you're the chopper.
to get the idiots right.
Dude, that helicopter is so low.
Too low terrain. Pit road looks a little crowded.
By the way, before Germain, it was Arnold Motorsports, and before it was Arnold, it was Melling.
Really?
Who was Arnold?
Yes. Arnold bought out Melling
Oh,
Racing.
Don Arnold, the 50 car?
Yes.
Ricky Craven?
Also with other drivers too, but yes, Arnold Motorsports with Germain, and then Germain bought out the rest of Arnold.
That's crazy to think about.
So it went from Bill Elliott Performance whatever to Melling to Arnold.
But I'm sure Germain did it for their Truck Series program, not for their Cup Series program, which I don't think existed.
Well, at that point, yes, they did have the Truck Series program, but they wanted to expand into Cup part-time, but didn't quite have the funding or equipment at all. And Arnold was looking to get into the sport, so he bought Melling and grabbed some of the engineers from the Truck Series team and other folks to help it along.
I'm curious how all this is cycling out.
Well, right now, Rick is about 7 seconds ahead of you.
Okay, the way the scoring was showing, I was very confused where JB was. I for some reason thought that when you just saw me go by, that was to unlap myself, but no, I was past. But you lost a ton of time then.
I
Wasn't
did?
he? No, JB, he was right behind me when we hit it. And now
Oh,
he's
Don
right
Arnold.
behind.
He's almost 2/3 of a lap down.
Don Arnold died in 2015.
Sorry.
And after Arnold Motorsports turned into Germain, Spraker Racing and ARCA took over the shop.
He's partially responsible for reviving Ricky Craven's career.
Jack Roush would like to have a word with you.
Oh, what did Jack Roush do?
Well, fuck, I
Put him
ain't
in his
had
truck.
No, that's later. I mean, when he got the...
That was in 2005.
Yeah, that's later.
Yes,
than
that was all at the same time.
What driver are we talking about?
Craven.
Oh, I thought you said Ted Musgrave. Never mind.
What?
No, I'm talking about Craven. Fuck Ted Musgrave.
Like,
Fuck Ted Musgrave.
It's like, I think you got the years wrong there. Ted Musgrave.
No, I'm talking about Ricky Craven.
I think
Because
Ted
Arnold
Musgrave
and-
Dipshit, turn on your headlights.
Ted's still gonna be
Arnold-
competitive if he wanted
Arnold Motorsports and Roush both had Craven vehicles. Arnold tried having Jimmy Spencer run for them full time in 2005, but limited sponsorship.
to. Dude, that would have been a disaster. Don Arnold was not competitive. Jimmy Spencer was old. Just don't do it.
So there was that. Yeah, they debuted in 2003 with Billy Bigley.
You're not going to believe this, Tim. So Speedy, even though he got a penalty, is still in the same position.
That's why Britain's still okay.
Here's some great names that drove for Arnold Motorsports. You guys ready for this?
Rick Mast.
No, not Rick Mast. Billy Bigley,
Oh, I see where
Eric
you're going.
Cope, Mike Wallace, PJ Jones, Todd Bodine, Jeff Fuller, Jimmy Spencer, George Goders, and Larry Foyt.
So he would hire all the guys that got fired. And
Kevin, I'm pretty sure that was Jorge Getters.
Yeah, however you say that name.
George Goders?
I don't know. I don't speak Mexican.
neither do Mexicans.
Yeah, Arnold Motorsports. It's a hell of a team.
Did you just call them Mexicones?
What? No.
Okay.
That should be JB's new
She's
fantasy
JB
team
of being the racist one.
name. The key
Damn.
to Mexico's.
Oh yeah, well, this coming week's gonna be a lot of fun on iRacing, isn't it?
I don't know, is it? Oh, by the way, Tim, remember how last week you said I need to up my road license up by 2?
Uh-huh.
Go look at my licenses.
I was gonna say, you've been, what I'm looking for? Grinding time trials?
Nope. I've literally done 8 races in the Indy Pro. And it has resulted in that, and if I do 4 more, I have an A-class license.
What is this moron?
Within 2 days, I went up from D to B.
I keep seeing a car try to put the man back in the front. I'm trying to
Which team is better, BAM Racing or BAM Racing?
What is BAM Racing supposed to be?
BAM Racing field at the 40.
And excuse
Connor Robinson and Ken Schrader.
So,
I'm not even joking. I don't know.
I think most songs quick follow Luca. That was a very good team. But you know what team wasn't good? Jared Favre Motorsports.
Vacuum cleaners?
you know what really wasn't good? Dan Marino did not
Yeah, the Reno, yeah.
What about Marino Franchitti?
Goes to Ghost Car. His best days. It's her.
Breaks on the leg.
except the NASCAR Legends Series, they're at a much safer track than Talladega.
Oh God.
The point standings as of now show John Tharp in the chase, Ken Pettit in the chase, Dave Miller in the chase, Craig Lee, Matt Raboyne, Matthew Dominique, Alex Krapser, and Rick Jackson all still out of the chase. So the top 10 are still currently the top 10.
Thank you, Tony. They are currently the top 10 that are the top 10 that are the top 10.
Brandon Raines is having the career race of his career.
On a computer!
Up to 4th, back to 5th place. Excellent run for the 86. Xbox has been very unhappy with his performance in the last 3 years. And this might help.
I'll tell you another team that's sucked hard. Randy Moss Motorsports.
They did okay. If it wasn't for Mike Skinner, we did pretty good.
Yeah, they would have sucked.
I still remember that Charlotte race though, where he flipped really, really violently.
Yeah, that was
Violent. I just realized you can't spell violent without violent.
That's
kinda
also
weird.
wrong.
There's probably a letter or two that's wrong, but other than that, it's pretty much the
There's
same.
another great team from yesteryear. Peak Fitness Racing,
What's that?
the team Hermie Sadler owned.
Oh, the West Virginia car?
I think, maybe. I don't know. Let me see here. Yes, it was.
Hermie Sadler's weird because he's in the Busch Series, then he leaves the Busch Series for years, then he's a cup driver. Like, okay. That's a horrible plan.
I'll just remind something. Did NASCAR hold Kevin LePage's license?
No, they just gave him a ban. They give him the same ruling they gave to Jeremy Mayfield, an indefinite suspension.
For the crash at Talladega?
No, for having a giant, well, not even a giant, like a barely too big engine.
I was
That
talking
he
about
brought off
Ganassi.
Ganassi. Oh, no, I don't know what they did for him there. I think they just whipped his ass in the hauler and told him to go home with a black eye. I don't know.
Rick Jackson
Yeah,
has
because
caught
he's
lap
left.
traffic.
He was still racing until 2014, so that's one of those weird things. Like, people wanted Morgan Shepherd. They wanted his card pulled because he hit Joey Logano while they were, getting pinched to the fucking flat at New Hampshire, but Kevin LePage kills half the field and nothing.
You know, in the NASCAR Heat League I run, I keep making LePaging references and nobody gets it, and it's disappointing.
It's kind of
Because
sad.
you're racing with 6-year-olds.
It's sad.
No,
that
they're
that
all about
happened,
my age.
Because he was a pretty good driver. Just made that one
Was he?
mistake, and that's all he did. Yeah, of course. He won some Busch races. Finished in the top 20 in Cup.
Oh, here's a team that's always going to be associated with a horrible person. Circle Bar Racing. If you can tell me who drove for them, you get a cookie.
Tony, I like that you say he won some Busch races. How many Busch races do you think he actually won?
Like 2 or 3.
2.
But that's a good driver, though.
Anybody guess who drove for Circle
It
Bar?
was Rick Crawford. Move on.
Yes, it was Rick Crawford.
Rick Crawford's 2001 season was pretty good.
Yeah, well, he was raping all them kids.
So Kevin LePage has 3 wins on Racing Reference. 2 in the Busch Series, and 1 in the North Tour in 1985.
He has a lot more wins in the North Tour. He just doesn't show it. Or at least North Touring Series of some kind.
He has the same number of top 5s in Cup as he has wins in the Busch Series.
Oof. Can you tell me who drove for Gordon Racing?
Cecil Gordon.
Yes.
Did you say Gorgon?
Cecil Gordon.
Zach Miller and Aaron Cummings have gone one lap down.
Weren't you bragging on Zach Miller earlier in the race?
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Weird shit's happening.
Zach Miller needs to get the hell out of Shake and Bake Racing. He's led the 4th most laps this season. And he's like 30th in points. Clearly, it's the car.
I like that the scenery engine is like this throughout the garage and grandstand to Imola into an apartment building. That's pretty funny, actually.
Falls, Ricky Hendrick raced for Jeff Gordon Motorsports.
Who the fuck is Ricky Hendrick?
Ricky Hendrick, you don't know who that is.
Oh, was that Rick's son that died in the plane crash?
Yes.
He also
I didn't know he ever raced.
Yeah, he raced and then he had an injury and said, you know what, I'm done.
He died in a plane crash.
I think Flightson needs to do a bit better job of pavement there. So, yeah, and the grandstands look like a warehouse. Rather than being a factory of sadness like the Cleveland Browns Stadium.
Phillies, we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit. So if they ever caught up to Rick, this would be a really interesting race. But as it is now, you need a yellow.
Oh god, I just learned who Ricky Hendrick's crew chief was. No, way worse. Lance McGrew. And Bush, I said, yeah, his 2002 Bush Series effort was with Lance fucking McGrew. Oh, man.
I know.
He was the crew chief of Dale Jr. when he sucked the hardest he had ever sucked at him.
He's also the crew chief of Jeff Gordon.
And Mark Martin when he drove the Drydene car and couldn't win a race to save his life even though he was on a tear in 09. It was so...
I feel kind of bad because
Oh god, I don't feel bad for him. He sucked. He should have right in front of him.
Coming weekend's race. You didn't already assume that? You have never fucking looked at geography or Florida in the summer before you were done. Why is Kenosha turning? Oh, they shot a block
I like how you just said that so nonchalantly.
That was exactly what the headline was. Okay, back to the trending.
Yep, that'll make it trend, and now there's gonna be riots in Kenosha.
whoa!
Speaking of riots in Kenosha, Tony, why are you stopping? Why is Aaron stopping? What is happening? Is yellow out?
Dude, JB was just about to go out there.
Why did the inside lane?
Oh no! Dale's a lap down! Hits the wall!
Earnhardt? Yeah, I don't know what's... Well, that took Craig in the wall, too. Why was the inside line weaving down like they wanted to rear-end Aaron?
I don't know.
What the hell is going on here?
These AI are, what's the word I'm looking for?
I think Dale went mad.
I mean, don't mess with Dale at Dover. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Alright, let's see what happened.
Or, be completely prepared for him to fucking stop in the middle of the back straightaway.
Well, I think here's what happened. Aaron went a lap
Right.
down, so he decided, I give up. I don't want to do this anymore. And came off the
It's
turn
funny
and
you
shut
say
off
that.
the engine.
It's funny you say that. Remember, Tony, we had to make a rule because somebody did that more than once.
Foley?
I don't think he was the only one that did it. The people just decided they were done and they would stop on track and we would get a yellow for it. Now, what was it? The other day, there was one of the rules that I realized wasn't a Foley rule, and that I wholly blame you for. I'm trying to remember what rule it was. But there is...
Rule Infinity?
No, there is definitely a Tony rule. I'm trying to remember which one it is.
You must have all 4 wheels attached to the vehicle at all times.
No, that's not.
I think that was
I know that you were greatly involved with why we had a maximum number of cars allowed for a team. You were at least tangentially related to that one.
It was the team, it wasn't me specifically.
You were a part of the team.
Correct. Well, Ryan should have showed up more to help Craig. And you needed better teammates.
That frankly wasn't the issue. The issue was, and then we created a rule that was a perfect good rule, and then Foley looks for ways to circumvent the rule. It's like, no.
Letting
That's
the
how we make the rule
patient so we can save gas.
No. That's how we end up with the rule of, you can't be the team owner of a team you're not on. You can't go starting secondary teams. That's not how this works.
Hey, who do you think
That's
you are,
what
Dale Earnhardt?
did.
Yes, but Dale Earnhardt, never
He also
mind.
amended that rule after he did that.
I was about to say, Dale Earnhardt also didn't decide he was just going to draft the guys on the team he owned. Oh wait, that's how he died.
Well, I'm sure Stewart would have stayed at Gibbs if that rule still existed. Oh.
I don't think he would have, honestly. He was not happy with driving Toyota.
I thought it was interesting during the race today that they showed that Toyota still hasn't surpassed Pontiac.
Well, yeah, because Pontiac had been there from the start.
Yeah, but they're really close to him.
Ooh.
Pontiac got a shit ton of wins in the 60s, though.
Yeah, Toyota got a shit ton of wins in the last 10 years.
JB barely stays on the lead lap.
Isn't the all-time win leader in NASCAR Chevrolet?
Yeah, by a lot. Correct. Ford
Not by a lot. Ford is relatively close for the amount of wins they have.
It's like 90 some odd wins, isn't it?
That's relatively close, though, when you consider 70 years.
Yeah, the whole history, yeah.
My thought was it doesn't strike me as relatively close because the season is 36 races.
Yeah, but when you put it in perspective of a whole 70 years... 72 at this point.
I bet you I can name the manufacturer with the fewest number of wins that actually has a win.
Jaguar?
Yes.
Al Keller.
There may be another make with one win.
Because didn't Nash get one, like BMW get one?
Nash might have more than one. I'm wondering where I can even go to find this stuff. Racing Reference probably
Didn't
have it.
Didn't they win with the Finch? I feel like that's correct.
Hasn't Edsel ever won?
I'm looking. Let's see. Mercury has wins.
Of course they have wins. They have a
Hudson,
bunch of wins.
I forgot about Hudson. Studebaker has at least 2.
I'm trying to find manufacturer wins overall, and that's pretty hard.
I'm only finding just by going year to year and looking. Yeah, there's the one Jag win.
Honestly, if you combine Mercury with Ford, they'd have probably the most.
Yeah, but if you're allowed to do that, then you're allowed to combine Buick and Chevrolet.
I would say Mercury's closer to Ford than Buick is to Chevrolet, even though it's the same company.
Hell, even throw Pontiac in there. Alright, now GM's ahead by 6 million wins.
Green
Get the
flag,
automobile.
green flag is out.
Oh, here we go. We actually have a list from J-Ski.
Yeah, I was trying to find one on Racing Reference. I thought they had a thing for this, but I'm not finding it.
There's one for Jaguar.
You know what gets weird? with Racing Reference. In 1959, the T-Birds are listed as T-Birds, not Fords, even though it was absolutely a Ford.
There's one for Jaguar, one for Nash, 3 for Studebaker, 4 for Lincoln, 5 for AMC. I believe all of them are Bobby Allison, by the way. Chrysler has 59.
Forgot about AMC.
Buick has 65. Hudson has 79. Wow, that's impressive. Hudson has more wins than Buick. Damn.
Has Dave Marcus won in AMC?
Holy fuck.
Let's see. Mercury has 96. Oldsmobile is 115. Toyota 149. Pontiac 155. Plymouth is at 190. Dodge at 217. And then Ford and Chevy are in a league of their fucking own.
So I was looking for Racing Reference by year. I got to 1965. I can tell you, just by looking at this, what manufacturer you wanted to be running in 65.
Plymouth.
You wanted to be in a Ford.
Oh, and then Ford got banned the next year.
Ford won the 3rd race all the way to the 34th race unbroken.
Ned Jarrett, Junior Johnson.
What did they run in 65? Thunderbirds?
I doubt it. Probably Galaxy.
Find out.
It doesn't tell me.
Name me all the winners, too.
And all the Ford winners?
Yeah.
Dan Gurney, Junior Johnson, Fred Lorenzen, Ned Jarrett, Marvin Conch, Dick Hutcherson, Tiny Lund, Cale Yarborough, AJ Foyt, Curtis Turner.
Go to 1966 and tell me the best manufacturer.
Probably Plymouth, but not by as wide a margin as Ford was here before.
Who's second?
Probably Dodge, looking at it, but maybe, well, you know what I feel.
You are correct, it is a Galaxy.
18 Dodge wins.
All by
And
David
11
Pearson.
Ford. No. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I misread that. The first one was Earl Balmer. I read Earl Bomber. What?
Wait a minute.
He wasn't alive in 1996, I didn't think. David Pearson, Sam McQuagg, or McQuaig, however you want to pronounce his name, and Leroy Yarborough. All had a Dodge win that year.
For the record, Oldsmobile has 3 manufacturer titles.
And then in 67, he definitely wanted to be in a Plymouth. Or he named Richard Petty.
Yeah, because that Plymouth Satellite he had killed. That was amazing on short tracks, which back then, that was the majority of the schedule, so...
Wasn't the majority of the points, though.
Considering I'm pretty sure he won the championship by a large margin.
Well, yeah, because he was in everywhere.
This is another place where Racing Reference gets weird. According to Racing Reference, what air quote manufacturer had 2 wins in 1971?
T-Bird?
No? I'm putting air quotes around manufacturer. Definitely not a manufacturer. They were both Tiny Lund, and they were at Hickory and North Wilkesboro.
So Tiny Lund as a manufacturer.
No, he was the driver.
So he was driving the 55 car, and I don't know what manufacturer it was.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Well, so, what they have listed as a manufacturer is a model. A model that I did not realize was legal for help in 1971, frankly.
Spit it out, Dick.
It's listed as Camaro.
Oh.
What? I don't think the Grand Am cars were still allowed to run at that point, were they?
That Bobby Allison got banned with.
Didn't Bobby Allison win a race with a Mustang?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Mustang that got banned?
So, I'm looking at this result for the Hickory race. Tiny One won in a Camaro, Elmo Langley second in a Ford, Richard Petty in a Plymouth, then a Dodge, then a Mustang, then a Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Ford, Plymouth, Dodge, Mercury, 2 Firebirds, a Javelin, a Dodge, a Ford, another Mustang, Plymouth, another Camaro, a Ford, and another Camaro. What the hell was this race?
Amend a prior statement. I said that his car, Richard Petty's car in '64, was a Plymouth Satellite. That was incorrect. It was a Belvedere.
Is that how that's pronounced?
I feel like they tried to find aero advantages after they got wings and just drove whatever they thought could work.
That's literally what they did after that. Because he was going from like Buicks to Chevys to Pontiacs like every week.
I found a picture of that car.
Was it the 49 car?
No, the 55 Camaro. I'm really confused. What the hell was happening in 1971? What was happening in the world in 1971? Were they just letting whatever cars showed up?
I don't know. I'm gonna look up the wiki page and see if that.
Like I said, you had Firebird, Javelins, Camaros, and Mustangs in this race. That's just weird.
Interestingly enough, 1971 was the only season till 2001 that Darrell Waltrip did not race in. He raced in the prior season, but not in 1971.
I found another oddball one that is not a manufacturer being listed on Racing Reference for the 1973 Riverside race won by Mark Donahue.
In the Matador?
Yeah, it's listed as Matador, not an AMC. It has me curious what other oddballs were in this race. There were no other oddballs in the race. Everything else makes sense.
Tim, I think I got your answer for the Camaro. Some of these races were combined with the Grand American and Grand National Tours combined. So I guarantee you it was a case of he took a Grand Am car on a short track, so that way it would run better than a full-bodied car did.
Makes sense. Yep, Matador shows up again in 75 with more than one win. In fact, 3 of them.
I just think it's cool that Richard Petty won the Sandlapper 200 in 1971.
What track was
What
that?
track was that? That sounds really uncomfortable.
Yeah, Columbia.
Oh.
The Sandlapper.
Yeah, chafing just, I think, would be an issue there. Man, Buick won a lot of races in 81.
Hey, don't forget that Bobby Allison won the Space City 300.
In Huntsville, Alabama?
Myers Speedway, wherever that was.
I'll find out.
I don't know if the Cup Series hardly ever ran in Alabama, other than Talladega.
Birmingham Speedway would like to have a word with you.
How many races did they run there?
Quite a few. Let me look that up.
Because they never ran Montgomery.
Actually, they did.
Maybe it's just because I've seen it so many times I've gone through these results, but Chevrolet just looks like it's spelled wrong right now.
Between 1958 and 1968, a total of 8 NASCAR Cup Series races were run at Birmingham Fairgrounds Raceway.
Nice. What was the field count? It had to have been.
I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. I'm not on Racing Reference. I was just on Wikipedia. But yeah, that they also had a convertible series race in '59 and 4 NASCAR Southeast Tour races between 1991 and 2002.
Oh, I just thought of a couple of interesting trivia questions that you guys probably will be able to answer very quickly. Who won the first race for Dodge after their return in 2001?
Sterling.
Yeah, it was Sterling.
Range
Hey,
event at Michigan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where was that?
Yeah, it was in Michigan.
Elliott finished 4th, I think.
Do you guys remember who won the last race for Pontiac? You should.
Ricky Craven.
Well, that was the last Cup race for Pontiac. I remember we went through and found the last ARCA win. Was the last ARCA win or the last ARCA race for Pontiac? It was like in 2008 or something.
Yeah, that Pontiac stuck around for a while.
Might have actually been more recently than that. I want to say I found one Pontiac start after Pontiac was out of business.
There was also a case where there was like late 90s, early 2000s Pontiacs running up until like 2005 in Arca.
Sometimes a completely different manufacturer comes on the body, but yes.
Yes. Like when Toyota first started in Arca, they were definitely just slightly retrofitted Monte Carlos.
So, it's weird to me that racing efforts coming back because racing sort of cars, Camaros, Mustangs, but now they're just Fords and Chevys. Like, what? It's weird the way they differentiate that instead of saying, you know, Chevy Camaro. It was just Camaro. It's a very weird way for them to denote that on racing companies. Dodge come with the series?
I believe at its inception.
Well, they didn't win the first year, that's weird. Yeah, they were there from the start, that's weird.
Truck Series is actually why they got back into the Cup Series, because they're like, hey, this is actually working out.
And then Toyota showed up in, what, 06?
04.
They won the manufacturing. Yeah, they were there in 04. Yeah, that does make sense, otherwise there'd be no Toyotas.
Remember the N.O.R.L trip race?
N.O.R.L Wall.
He drove
In
the
06.
Oh,
Yeah, when he was racing trucks in 06.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my brain was like the N.O.R.L Wall trip race.
I thought you were talking about the 06 Martinsville Xfinity race.
That was
Well, at that point, Busch. But that was in the 99 Dodge.
What is Jim Utter running his stupid face about on Twitter?
Yeah, Tim, look at that Camry from 2008 and tell me that's not just a fucking Monte Carlo. Like, come on.
I mean, all the cars are looking the same. You know what really bugs me about this car?
Huh?
The
number?
Placement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you want the whole Red Bull thing going on there. Put the Red Bull logo over the bull's ass and move the bull a foot and a half back.
Oh.
Man, I haven't looked over my shoulder to everybody's single file, so that's interesting. Oh, never mind, it's going to the test. Is Christian Torres going to win this thing?
Adam Kraft said Christian
Don't forget.
Williams next Perry 6th. Matthew Donnelly 3rd after crashing. That's huge for him. And Zach Michael looking to win 3 in a row in 5th.
One of these weeks we will actually need. I really want the statistic of how many extravaganza cars did I beat.
You'll have to be there
By the way,
to find out.
do not forget that in 2008, in a definitely not retired Casey Kane Evernham car, the man, the myth, the legend, N.O.R.L raced that monstrosity.
Oh my god, what are those numbers? What is love, baby, don't hurt me no more? No, whose truck was it for the Daytona truck race they were playing on the commentary? That truck was made in like 2005. To which I went, that truck has been in way too many 2003 truck models, what I just learned.
I don't know, but I do remember the freak chassis that I think it was Fontaine that used. That was a Bobby Hamilton truck from all the way back in like '98. Slapshoes did a video on it.
Yeah,
Leader Christian Torres.
New Torres, Christian leader.
Speaking of Dodge, new leader William.
I was thinking, yeah, that's basically the inverse paint scheme. But like I said, this race is going to get really good if we got a yellow. then I stopped paying attention to everybody else. So
You're not doing too good, Tim.
I do not know what keeps happening. I think it's because the field is so packed. You get stuck on the outside. You go from like 4th to 24th.
Yeah, Freak was built as a Dodge in 1998 and finally died at Talladega in 2018.
Like if we watch
That's crazy.
Tex here for a little while, I bet you he'll fade back to 2018.
New leader, Johnny Reed Foley.
What?
Don't worry, give it a half a lap. We'll have new leader, Rick Jackson. What's happening is the AI thing of we go to the lead, go to the outside, and get past.
New leader, Rick Jackson.
What did I tell you?
I feel like Rick can stay up there better than most, though. Oh, never mind.
New leader, Johnny Reed Foley.
Dude, Foley hasn't won a race in a while, since Rockingham. New
Here's
leader,
something from
Foley.
2008 that definitely shouldn't have existed.
Oh my god, I just got cancer.
Breast cancer.
I would say all my tits are getting bigger.
Tortoise in 2008. Because that's what everybody was using. Yeah, but the extravaganza is... What the fuck? Look at this monstrosity airborne rollerblades.
Something's very off here. I can't put my finger on it.
I think it's DEI stripes. I think they're too low.
That's not even the first thing, like, the car was like on scale.
That too.
The car was like 3/4 size.
Nice. Oh, and this definitely is not a human auto.
Kevin, without spoilers, the driver that may or may not have done one off may or may not have done this cars.
Cool. Good to
He may or may not be extravaganza. Who knows?
No, you have to spark plug dub.
No, he was electrocuted before that ride. So, Tony, remember I said a minute ago how we expect the outside to go back by 30th? What is that?
What's that?
I was saying, you get to the front, you get stuck to the outside, and you go back to 30. Tomorrow we're passing Torres and Adam now, back here at 30.
Yeah, they were doing good.
So I think that's what keeps happening to me at JB. The pack is so packed. You get, look, Tony, you're at the fucking tail end of the field.
Oh, Tim, you remember when I said that there was like early 2000s Pontiacs as recently as like 2004 in ARCA? Not only was that the case, Schrader won a race at Toledo in said early 2000s Pontiac.
Yeah, I think there was a Pontiac before or something like that. But I could be wrong. That may be one of the last ones that Pontiac. NASCAR, although I think what I found was the most recent Pontiac in any series was Grand Am Class. Because they were still running GTOs or
The G6 GTP.
Yeah. Which was really weird that GM was spending all this money on a brand they were literally months from killing on here at that point.
Yeah. Well, they didn't want to. GM didn't want to kill Pontiac. The government instructed them to do so.
GM, frankly, I'm still the opinion that GM has brands that they need to just fucking kill. Because there's too much redundancy in GM. GMC has no right to exist as its own brand.
Yeah, you could have a Chevrolet GMC package.
It should be a trick package.
Yeah.
You know, there's the Silverado GMC package. Where, you know, we put fancier shit in it like the GMCs have. It's really kind of silly.
The thing was, Pontiac at the end was just another Chevy clone, but they used to have the real own identity.
Pontiac at the very end was captive imports. Just
Was
like
what?
Saturn. Captive imports.
Yes.
Just like Saturn. And just like Buick is now.
But what really sucks is at the end, the Pontiac was trying to kind of get their own thing going again, but they couldn't. They got killed before they could really do it. But they were working on it, but they just ran out of time.
Tony, question: when did we last hit?
We have to make one more stop.
Yeah, because I feel like the pit window was around 90 laps.
We last pitted before 300.
But then here's another monstrosity.
Let's start with the first thing. You put any film on in it?
Then the sponsor.
So, I made the comment in the SRD chat box during the IndyCar race. The new Corvette still looks like a fake GTA car to me. It's not helpful that now GTA has made their fake GTA version of it. Hey, Tony, look at that. I've cycled back to the front again.
Yay!
Tony, if you want someone to go to the front, mention that they're in the back. If you want someone to go to the back, mention they're in the front. That seems to be how this works.
Dude, I hope Bill or Butter wins this race.
Well, you just sent them both to the back. Good job.
What about Butterbill?
That sounds like anything with butter in it sounds so good. Like, this is
Why did he never have a Butterball car?
Butterbill.
He might have, actually. He definitely needed a I can't believe it's not butter car for whenever somebody had to substitute for it.
Dude, Dan's coming back soon.
Well, that's good. I think Rick might be going to the back soon.
And there are just some truly terrible ARCA cars.
That's
That's
awful.
awful.
That was a shit for a long time, and then it got better for a little while.
Yeah.
It used to be god-awful Wild West nonsense, and then it was most of the field's fine, and then there's the car that's painted house paint.
Wayne Peterson. There's a good one for you.
Ew! That's just hideous more than any other problem.
Was the designer drunk?
I mean, I had a few paintings I've done where my whole idea was, let's get colors that clash the absolute most, because it'll make this car stand out. They're not good colors, but they're interesting to do that for.
That's terrifying.
I like that scheme. I'm terrified by that guy who is absolutely going to sell me weed behind the N.O.R.Ls.
By the way, look at this picture and try to guess what year that's from.
That is from 2007.
No, it's 2002.
Are you sure?
Yes, it is from the 2002 ARCA Fall Classic 200. It's
Did you check?
Because I thought it was still Speed Racer.
No, that was the first year's speed.
Speed! Spoiler alert, wins the Hoosier 100.
Ah, damn, that's right, that was tonight. I'm not going to be able to watch it, so just spoil it.
I want you to guess.
Cody Swanson?
Nope.
Kyle Larson.
There you go.
I'm really disappointed I couldn't go to that, because when I went last year, that was such a fun race.
I'm really disappointed that Kyle Larson said such a horrible thing and then still was a good race car driver, so I can't just say, no, keep him out of the sport forever.
Well, he's actually done some behind-the-scenes work to not be such a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotta come back and just do one of those really weird things. Until somebody else does something horrendous and nobody forgets about it, like decides to sue a Twitter account. Now, Kevin, did you notice during the pre-race for the 500 that I don't think the Thunderbirds are keeping 6 feet apart?
No.
At least not on the first one. The second one, they got the space down.
There's another. How the fuck is that car still running?
What year is this picture?
Also 2002.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Did you check?
Yes, I checked.
Alright, that Dodge just at first glance looks no great one, isn't it?
Yeah, the L3 had like that split level grill thing. That's not what's going on in that car.
Instead of 3 or instead of 2?
Aaron's fighting to be less than 2. Less than... Oh, man.
No, he was fighting to be 2 instead of 3, wasn't he?
Yes, correct. And he did not win the fight.
That's because he didn't play dirty enough.
Somehow Scott Jackson has lost the draft.
I don't really follow how some of these guys get tailed off the back unless it's one of those where like a couple cars bounce off each other and somebody has to lift and the field drives away.
I gotta tell you, it seems like Rick... Oh my god!
I've never heard of him. Who's that? What the fuck was that? Oh, there was a slow Kanye apron again.
Christian Torres makes an unscheduled pit stop, goes 2 laps down.
I think something happened there. So the car stopped on the backswitch and a bunch of other cars in the pits, which makes me think there might have been a crash.
Well, that screwed Mark Guthrie and Christian Torres. And Tony.
Yeah, I do not know why the AI, when they see, well, Tony Love is stopped on the apron on the backswitch. I don't know why when they see a car stopped on the apron, they swing towards it. Oh, he done blowed up.
Had a lot of engine failures today. Tony Long, Mike Carroll, Ryan.
No, he didn't get collected, he just ground to a hole. I don't know why anybody would pit there. You'd be pretty goddamn stupid to pit seeing a car going to bring out a yellow like that, because you're going to lose a lap before the yellow comes out.
It might have been time for pit stops, honestly.
There is something off about this.
There's something wrong with this banana. I'm not
oh my god!
Catches me off here.
The number just looks odd.
The number's not a good font. Are we oh my god him? Oh, Alan tried to dip. Okay. In the middle of the field, at that. So here's what's going to happen. There's going to be cars bouncing off each other in the pit lane, and that's going to determine the starting order. Someone's going to get shafted, yada yada yada.
Whoever starts last wins.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god. No. Man, John Batista just made a colossal mistake.
Oh, here's a horrible Pontiac in 06.
Why are people staying out? Am I staying out too?
You're staying out.
What the fuck is... These AI need new brains.
Holy crap.
Are you sure that we pitted as long ago as you think we did?
Yeah. Ken Pettit stayed out.
Either the AI or someone that think they are, think they can make it, or they're going to pit the second time around and decide we're going to drive the field.
Well, Rick Jackson made a stop and go, so I don't know.
Maybe it's not a lot of gas.
It'll still take time.
They're putting on the green, the guys running fast and taking lefts only. I don't think the AI are wearing tires. I don't think they did in the spring race either.
No.
Well, there's somebody screwed, except Wasn't he already a lap down?
Yeah.
I love how the I love how the rules don't apply to the AI. They kind of what they want. Pass on the inside on a restart. It's flying out of the race again.
Yeah. 150 laps again.
I thought I saw him back on track. Maybe that was a prank. He just been sitting there the whole goddamn time?
Yes.
Can you check?
I did. That's what Scott should have said. Did you check? Wow. Scott comes in the second time.
I don't think that's going to hurt you too much here. Because fast cars have been driving right through the field, but then again, he got dropped by the pack, so...
Well, he lost the draft earlier, so what am I doing?
Are you still filming? Tony, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Did you just break?
I hope not. I'm the points leader.
Oh, frankly, Tony, if you're going to start breaking things, now would be the time to do it.
No, the time to do it is on lap 1, so I don't have to deal with...
Well, no, I mean before the chase.
Oh, good point. I mean, I could lose 500 points in 2 races. You never know.
No, you can't.
The good news is if it's just like a blown tire, there's still 2 laps till the green.
So Tony, here's the thing. Not only can you not do that, you can't even lose 400 points.
If I get penalized.
Tony, this is the extravaganza. What the hell have we penalized an AI driver points for anything?
I mean,
Yeah, we didn't even penalize Broderick for trying to kill Dan.
No, we pulled his hard card.
I think he
Yeah,
got
but we didn't
penalized
penalize him.
enough for getting fired. We penalized Charneski for crashing.
Right, but I still think we should have hospitalized you after Darlington. This is about to be a DNF for no reason, isn't it?
Dude, Ken and Randy just came in. What is going on?
Oh yeah, they just came.
I mean, it sort of maybe makes a little bit of sense to do this strategy of if we thought we were close coming in top off now because we're in better shape, but
But
I
I
think they're going to
really,
pull out Tony. No, I think they're going to pull out straight to your door. Tony, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what me and JB are trying to do at all. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't think
having
Randy's
an
going to make
idiot
it out of his
convention.
pit.
We might have something, like if there's a yellow pretty quick off this restart, that might work for me and JB somehow, but if we have to pit under green, it's all over. Which is what's going to happen, although I seem to recall last year we had the scoring completely fucking winning the race, so who knows?
I'm kind of confused. I feel like maybe you can make it, but that wouldn't make any sense. Like, why else would you stay out?
It only makes sense because of how short Rick's pit stop was. Like, that was a splash.
Yeah, like you, JB, and Jonathan, that's it. Everyone else pitted and came in, and Rick only took a splash, so I don't know.
We're gonna find out now when some laps. Is Miller busted or did the inside just really go there?
What is happening?
what is he doing?
What just happened? Like, the outside
What is he
lane didn't
doing?
go. We're still not going somewhere.
No! Are you gonna? Are you serious?
Let me guess, me and JB just hit it.
What is this? Oh my god, you're so...
What the fuck? That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Oh, they're crashing. This is perfect. If we don't lose a lap on this pit stop, it's perfect.
I don't know if there's a caution, though. Yellow's out.
We're gonna lose a lap. Do what? Yeah, the yellow was out. They were all crashing.
Where's the pace car?
The pace car, I don't think, has left the pit, so we're all gonna lose a lap.
I don't know.
Was that not the leader that just went by?
No, those were all the lap cars that got their lap back.
Well, I still don't think we're making it. Well, we might go. Take the way out.
For the
Wow.
record, I'm in this photo.
It's like you knew that was going to happen.
I'm gonna be honest, I think we made that.
It's like all 7 of you that came in tag team and said, we're going to screw the race up.
Look at the stairs.
Are you the one without the shirt?
I'm wearing a shirt.
Are you the one half on the stairs and half off?
Yes. I'm like on the third step up of my arm. I'm taking a picture, actually, at that very moment. The picture of me taking a picture, Tim.
Interesting.
It's funny finding yourself in a photo you didn't even know you were in.
I had that happen in college with the flyers for a basketball game. I was with the flyer, my friend, like, all three of us were in this picture. We didn't go to the game together that day. Like, I only know that's me, though, because I know what was at that game. Your arms in front of my face.
I'm going to see if I can't find photos of Ross Kenseth's win at Michigan, because I'm probably in that photo, too.
So Jonathan just got fucking turned, probably trying to do this. I'm gonna guess he dove for the bottom here with the rest of us and turned himself across the right past it. That's what it looks like. Looks like he dove for the fence and wrecked himself. And Foley fucking stopped and wasn't in a wreck for once.
That was crazy.
I don't know how this is gonna end now. I mean...
Dude, 6 cars got their lap back.
Yeah, because nobody on the outside went. What I'm really curious about is who pitted when the pits were open under that yellow thing? That's just gonna be weird strategy altogether. The damn good thing Rick didn't get to my inside, otherwise I'd have wrecked his boat. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the guys behind me made it on the pit road before it closed.
I don't think that's that big of a deal.
I don't think it cares to me. I let them bend it. I'm amazed that nobody clobbered it, like, just flipped him down the front stretch right.
That's one of the weirdest wrecks I've seen so far.
There was a lot of weird happening. This strategy for cracking. You know what was really funny, Kevin? I was reading the pit wall to see if that amp logo was 7.
Amp logo? Oh,
Yeah,
amp
amp.
logo.
Yes, it's really funny that amp logo was there on this version of the track. It's not.
Huh.
It's probably there in iRacing now.
Probably is.
So Dave pitted, so he's going to be completely at the back, probably.
I think he's the only one that's coming in, too. Other than maybe...
Jonathan will probably pit.
Randy finally exited his pit. So he lost like 2 laps.
Could have lost more if he hadn't had an immediate yellow. Okay, so now we're pretty sure everybody's done pitting, right?
Yes, I don't think there'll be any more
There's
stupidity.
Jonathan. Why doesn't Scott have a pit crew? Can't you just give him the Greg Biffle pit crew?
Oh, I forgot to do his.
Tony, remind me at some point to give you the MIP so that anytime you need to make a new car, it at least doesn't have the completely fucked up N4 template for it.
What are you talking about?
Every time you create a new car for the N4 mod, it uses the default N4 picture template, which doesn't wrap to the 2003
Oh, I think it's fine.
It is most assuredly not. The pit crew guys aren't even mapped correctly, much less the box. Their faces, I believe, are 6 inches to the left and down. Their arms, I believe, are on their chest. And I don't think they have legs.
Dude, you gotta give credit to Dalton Lucas today. The 88 car riding 11th at one of his worst tracks, Dover
Let's
Down.
see how he throws it away.
So right now it's going to be Rick Jackson, Tex Perry, Adam Crapser, Alex Crapser, Zach Michael, Matthew Dominique, Alan Nesfetter, Bill Werkheiser.
Excuse me? Scratch all that.
Why? Why do you take fuel only and then have to pick?
Yeah, that's my guess. Is I guess he didn't pick enough. These AI are fucking stupid.
The worst part is, it's not going to matter because they have 40 laps to get back together. Dear God.
Speaking of fucking stupid in the AI, at that point, take tires.
Yes. Okay, there's 29 cars still on the lead lap. It's crazy.
That's interesting. Kevin Harvick has won 42 races since he's turned 35. Kyle Busch won 56 races before turning 35.
That sounds about right. Dude, if Harvick was on Hendrick Motorsports or Roush in the 2000s, think how many wins he'd have.
Well, here's the thing I'm going to point out. Think about which Hendrick car he'd have been in.
The 24, of course.
Nope. He'd have been in the car that couldn't win a race even with fucking Dale Earnhardt and Zombie in it.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, if he was... Not that the 29 was a bad ride at all, but... Like, if he was...
It wasn't when he got it. It was towards the end there.
Like, if he got the 18 and replaced Bobby Labonte instead of Kyle Busch. Green flag is out.
Yeah, Tony, I think you're forgetting the J.J. Yaley years.
Yeah, that was It's amazing
J.J.
how
Yaley,
Busch
that's
took
a
that
name
ride
I,
after that. Like, how do you know how good that ride is?
AJ Yaley, that's a name that I haven't heard from in a long time, and I'm pretty sure he's still active, which makes it even more sad.
Yeah, he's still racing.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's been in a Cup race this year.
That's how sad and pathetic his career is. Still racing, nobody knows.
Could this be a Crapser 1-2?
Well, now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Bye-bye.
Let's see how Rick's doing.
Upside down and over it.
Because Rick needs to win this race to have any chance of making the show.
And JP contemplates wrecking all purpose.
Dude, Dalton was in 10th. Come on, man.
Well, the problem is, even on the outside, you go back to 35th.
Battle for the lead, Adam Crapser trying to win his first career N.O.R.L. Extravaganza Series race. He's won a lot of Busch Bonanza championships. He has not won a Cup Series race in the Extravaganza.
Look at that, Randy's up at the front like 15 laps down.
Adam has a buffer, 35 laps to go. Crapser, 1-2. Look at Glenn up there.
Yeah, but isn't Glenn like 4 laps down as well?
Yes.
There's more lap cars in the shot than lead lap cars that look at.
Which is weird because there's only like 4 lap down cars.
I like that JB and I have come back into the shot already.
JB's gonna have to get down. I think he has room. Yes.
It's not so much getting down, just being clear on turning. Sort of how these AI are running.
Yeah, you, JB, and Tim all up inside the top 20.
Tony. I am Tim.
No, you're not.
I know who you are.
Where am I, Bill? Dude, Brandon Reigns. Battle for the lead. Craps her brother Madness
Yeah,
up
but what about
front.
Tony Reigns.
What was the character's first name in Drama 67? I know he was also a Reigns, but I don't remember the first name.
Well, the hell if I know or care.
Brandon Reigns battling for second. Career run for the 86. Alex Crapser needs this win too.
I think we're about to see the floor go back to about 12.
Crapser came in 84 points back. Right now, he is just barely outside of the top 10. Had a lot of bad luck this year. He's ready to go.
Hey Tony, you're in the top. Tony cracked the top 10 again.
Holy crap.
You cracked my ears with that horrible feedback.
Donald Stewart up to second. Butter up to third. Jack Painter fourth. What is this?
I mentioned this last week with the ratings.
Look at Tim go.
It's been the whole race to me. Go to the back, get to the bottom, go back to the front, go to the back again, repeat over and over.
Zach Michael trying to make it 3 wins in a row. Dave Butterworth up to second. Jack Painter third. Scott Jackson trying to end his 2+ year winless streak. Still has that 2 or 1 lap car buffer. Sorry for assuming whether it was a lap car. And there are 25 laps to go.
How dare you assume his scoring status?
That's what they did in the 50s. Ken Pettit needs a really good run. Finished 40th or worse the last 2 events. As we are 3 wide behind Johnny Reed Foley, Matt Rabbering.
What position is Adam in now? Like nearly 20th at this point after falling to the field?
19th it says. I think Jack Painter is about to do the same thing. Second place driver, Ken Pettit. Scott Jackson takes third. He's about to take second from Ken. either Dale or Craig. Battle for the lead. Scott Jackson underneath Alex Thompson. Looking to win his first race since Indianapolis in 2018. And Craig would be the lap car. Here comes Tim. The points lead.
Yeah, the problem is I never stay up here. I get up here and then I go to the back of the field. If I go to the back of the field, I don't have time to come back again. I like that the helicopter cam just caught a helicopter. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Butter didn't make it stick there.
I feel like Dave's the guy that needs to pass you. I don't know if Butter can do it.
Well, given that about 5-6 laps ago I drove around Dave, Michael made me pass as being a million laps down. Kind of helps me at the moment. I don't see any way an AI car though will lead this race to more than 5 or 6 laps. So, or if something weird happens, one of them's going to shuffle me. What I just need is for us to pull far enough away that I can get back in time and take another run quickly. But it doesn't look like that's happening.
Well, we've got 10 laps to go, and so far you're holding your own. I think the field getting spread out from Craig might help you a little bit.
Being able to get around him cleanly was helpful. I mean, one of these laps Butter's going to go down there on the straight around. It's going to have to spot, so. About the only thing that we here. About the only thing that's really great for me is if they got side by side. Wow, this car just doesn't hold on the backstretch. So did I, but like I cleared him up turning, I guess. There we go. They get time by side to stay that way, they might have it help, but I think Dave's got a faster car than Butter. But if Michael goes for the move here, that helps. Yeah, at this point, you get shuffled now, you're not coming back. You're running up laps.
I think Rick, JB, and me are your biggest competition. Maybe. We'll see.
I think Dave has a good enough car to get there and knock me off the groove, and that's all it's going to take. But if one of you guys wants to get to him here in a lap or two and knock him off the groove, I think that eats up all the time here. Or if a yellow wants to come out, because that would be the race. I won Limelight last year, and I won the Spring Dover race last year. I had some good runs, but the AI did stupid ass shit and lost me a race.
Like, there was a Talladega race where
where I pitted off sequence and ended up like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Alright, so Dave's falling back. Rick Jackson up to second.
I need Michael to go to the inside of Rick, but that pretty much wins the race. But I don't think he's going to do it. However, we do have enough of a gap. If Rick wants to go for it right here, I might actually be able to drop it. I can just that little bit of luck into the straightaway. This is the same thing he did the last time. It's gonna work this time. Yeah, there it is. Wait, really?
How did you hold him off?
I don't know.
Holy crap! This is revenge for Lime Rock.
This might work out for me. I did not think any car could pull off that long at the leader.
I think your car's just that fast.
He's only going to get one shot at it here. If he goes for it in 3 and 4, that's the shot. He's going to go for it. He's going to get it. Oh, he didn't get there.
Oh man!
I think I got this.
Dude, you've got it.
You got it, Mike. You got it.
Speaking of R2W, Rick and Pizarro cannot pass Tim. Tim McDonald is your winner at Dover. Woo!
It's really funny with these extravaganza races because aside from I think Lime Rock last year, there hasn't been a single one that my driver has won that I thought, oh yeah, that's a race I'd have won an N4.
Yeah.
I never won at Dover.
Yeah, Dover's not a good track for you.
It was an okay track. It's just I usually didn't have a car that would lead very well.
I've seen you win at Pocono.
I could win at Pocono, but I had to really fight Ryan or Craig to win any of those races. Their cars were always
hello, me.
See, Tony, I always felt like your stuff there was hit or miss. You had races where you were, very good, and then you had other races where I always felt like I could just drive by you in the corner.
Well, that's because I was saving fuel too.
And then there was the one race where you found a weird line in 3 that worked for you and then never worked again.
It works if the wind's right. Alright, final results. Magic Man Tim McDonald holds off everybody for 20 laps and wins his second career race at Dover. Rick Jackson second. Tony Pizarro third. So Pizarro will stay the points leader. Scott Jackson should bump up to third in points with a 4th place finish. And John Batista will be up there in points with a 5th place finish. Zach
Out of
Michael.
curiosity,
The weird thing about this race, there's been so many weird drivers up front, but in the end they all kind of got N.O.R.L.
where did JB, Rick and I, where did we all restart?
way back.
That's what I'm curious about.
Let me look. So you restarted 25th, JB 23rd, Rick 27th.
And there was, 40 laps?
And then I restarted 20th, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole top 5 came from the back of the field.
Even Scott started in 14th, so... Yeah, that's crazy. Zach Michael, though, he started 5th and ended up 6th. Or 5th, actually. Or no, 6th.
He more or less stayed where he was. He couldn't move up, but he also wasn't, falling through the field or anything.
Dave Butterworth, an excellent 7th. Ben Gear 8th, Donald Stewart 9th, and Dave Miller 10th. Dave Miller will stay inside the top 10 in points going into Daytona. Matthew Dominique, a good 11th. Johnny Reed Foley 12th. John Tharp, a well-needed 13th. Dalton Lucas 14th. 15th, Bill Werkheiser. 16th, Jack Painter. 17th, Matt Raboyne, needed to do a little better. David Baldinger, Road Ringer, finishes 18th. Jonathan Skrabix, 19th. Adam Krapser, looked like he would win, got caught on the outside, finishes 20th.
I like that clapping just sound like we're smashing the keyboard.
I feel so bad for Brad, because he's pretty much out of it. He was leading and then just shit. Rob Scarberry, 21st. Christian Torres, 22nd. Ken, 23rd. Not good. He's going to have to fight real hard at Daytona. Mark Murphy 24th, and Alex Krapser last on the lead lap, 25th, after a great day. Zach Miller 26th, Mark Guthrie 27th, Jimmy Stevens, after getting a lap back, 28th, Alan Nesvetter 29th, 1 lap down. Somehow Tex ended up 1 lap down, 30th. That's weird. Then Scott Deutsch, Brandon Rains. Yeah, Brandon Rains is a lap down too, and he was up front.
Yeah, he done a lap down that whole run.
No, he was in the top 5.
I don't think he was.
He was, I'm telling you. Glenn Kaufman 33rd, Randy Dobbins 34th after a botched pit stop, Dale Rosendahl 35th. Then Michael Henson 36th, Craig Lee 37th. Then the engine failures. Aaron Cummings, John Batista, David Courtney. Ryan has his third 40th
Wait,
or
Aaron's
worst
still
finish.
running.
What?
Aaron's still running, wasn't he?
No, he blew up. Oh
I
wait,
swear,
no, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. He was up there mixing up players.
I guess he blew up again.
I think he just lost a ton of laps when he had his first issue.
That's weird. Ryan, his third 40th or worst finish in the last 4 races. And Mike Carroll last. Excellent job, Tim. Second career win at Dover. Lots of epic
And this
changes.
time it wasn't because of some weird scoring error.
There wasn't a scoring error. It just, you guys pitted for some reason while you already won the race, and then you came out and still won.
Yeah, something stupid happened in that race. I still don't understand it. We need to find a version of Dover where the AI aren't broken.
All right. The best version of Dover, Tim wins, and we will be here at Daytona to see who the real champions will be. Have a good night.
And whatever crap version Tony picks.
Now we've had